Welcome everyone to Totally Online Gaming Group's Twitch channel. We're glad you could join us for our 5th edition campaign, The Blackest Heart. We're going to go ahead with our shout out to Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, and now that he's on, Jacob, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, give me a second. All right.
Sure.
As you know, our gracious good friends, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies, is there for all your gaming needs. They have dice trays, dice bags, actual good metal dice. Like, really useful that most, if not all of us, all have a pair of. Gaming miniatures, as well as your slew of things. Now, if there's a specific miniature that you are looking for, maybe let's say you want a Bill Giant. Well, you can always go to their Contact Us on their website page and send them an email saying, hey, if you could, I'd like to work with you on getting a Bill Giant. And they'll set up a price for you there. Now, currently going on, there still is anything in the store. If you put TOGG 15, you can get 15% off of anything in that store. Personally, I'd use them from the dice bags or maybe the dice trays. But you can use them for whatever you would like. And that is our great old sponsor, Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. Back to you, DM.
All right, thank you for that one. All right, so, yep, our sponsor, got to show him some love. All right, other announcements. Since I am officially on vacation until the turn of the new year, there is going to be a lot more Tailspire building going on, so I will be doing some streams of that. I did one on Monday for a few hours working on the D&D module for Advanced D&D, module A1, Slaves of the Slave Pits of the Undercity. So I'm working on that one. Going to be working on some other stuff. So there's going to be a lot of stuff going on over the course of this month. So please tune in and check that out. And we're going to go ahead tonight and be finding out. We kind of had last week, we had a little break from the main campaign, had a little D&D level 21 shot, which was fun. So you can check that out on the VOD. You can also check that out on the YouTube channel, or in podcast form if you want. But now we're going to get back into the action. And unless there's any other announcements that anyone else has to make. No? Okay, in that case, without further ado, we bring you The Blackest Heart. Alright, we are back. So, where we had last left off with the main campaign, the party had arrived at a port city that they had been aiming to get to in order to procure passage on a ship headed north, hopefully across the seas, to get to the northern continent and eventually Diana's kingdom, where they hope to confront her mother, and Diana specifically hoped to fulfill her end of the deal she had made with Eurydice's patron so that nothing bad would happen to her and hers. Right now, the party had made it into... Wow, your camera's really dark there. They had made it into the city. Yes. They had made it into the city and found respite for the evening in one of the inns. And I cannot remember, did you go to Gordon's or the Fox and the Hound?
Fox and the Hound.
That's what I thought.
They said it was worse about it.
Yes.
We're going to that.
Going to that one. Alright, so you ended up going to the Fox and the Hound. And when morning arose, you woke up and Jacob and Rogar were already gone. And it turns out that they had mentioned the night before that, hey, got some business to deal with, in the city before we ship out. So, perhaps we'll go hit the shops early. Anyone's welcome to join us. Everyone else is exhausted, so the rest of you slept in just a little bit longer. But you eventually find yourselves in the city. And hold on. Let me move this here. And I will place you guys in the city where you are at. Just waiting for it to load, and then, I will bring your characters in and drag you over to this map. It's just being a little bit slow right now, because there's a lot of this map. It's a big one. Plus, I have a lot of things going on in the background right now.
Oh yeah, while Jacob and Rogar were gone, Eurydice's Diana had like a mini fashion show for Diana.
Don't forget, y'all had to convince me to shift back first.
Well, yeah, we calmed down her anxiety. We let that de-escalate, and then we had the fashion show to get her a new outfit.
Yeah, essentially the way we were all talking about it is Diana looked at herself in the mirror and essentially went, I wore this when I had hope in life and I had faith in humanity. I don't like it anymore. So, because she has glamour armor, she can literally change what she looks like at will.
Yep. Well, the glamour armor, the armor can change the outfit. Yes, that's exactly correct.
And so, with Zeroth and Eurydice in the room with her, Diana essentially went, alright, I'm going to show you a bunch of different kinds of outfits, and you're going to tell me what looks good. And she ended up with a very, angsty outfit.
Alright, and I am currently fetching all players who are into the map, and here you are. This is where you guys are located. And in fact, right now, Rogar, I'm going to move you out of the way, and I think I still have you. Let me grab Nightmare for you. And then Jacob. And Rim. Alright, so you guys were out and about there. Eurydice, Diana, and Zeroth. When you finally wake up and exit the tavern,
would we even leave? Because I don't think Diana would leave.
You may not, but I'm just showing. I don't know if you can see. Yeah. If you can see Tailspire on the stream or or if you're logged in, this right here is the Fox and the Hound. Okay. Yeah,
okay.
It may take a moment.
I'm probably not going to load Tailspire up, only because my bandwidth is already stretched enough.
No problem. We already talked about that. It's not a problem.
And
yes, but. Yes. Okay, but this right here, this building, if you can see my little fun flashlight zooming over it, that is the Fox and the Hound Inn. That is where you guys stayed. So I've got you three standing right out front of it, your miniatures, and Jacob and Rogar and their associated animal companions, just kind of down the street just a little bit, the side street. So, that is where you guys are. It is now up to you what you do next. And we'll start with the three that are still in the hotel have just woken up.
Oh, so y'all want to actually do the fucking, goofing off of Diana being help me pick a new outfit?
Zeroth has no opinion.
I figured we were gonna jump right to when Jacob and Rogar got back to the tavern.
They were a little busy outside with some other stuff. You'll have to wait and hear from them as to what happened.
Oh no, like the three of us figured we were going to start the session with them getting back.
Well, they didn't exactly
we were
go
just gonna
back
stay in the
unless
tavern
they
all
had,
day.
unless they had discussed that they were going to head back. Have you guys decided on that? You were going to head back and check on them, or?
Yeah, guys, what we gonna do?
I mean, it was a kind of a till between legs, moment. At least for Jacob, going back.
Yeah. I was like, Rover has no care.
Zero, fuck it's given.
Roger's
So do you
still a
guys-
little bit in pain.
So do you guys head back towards the tavern?
I guess so.
All right. There we go. That's about the time of day it is. So you guys head back towards the inn and tavern, and you find yourselves. Let's see, get zoomed in enough so I can do this. And you find yourselves in the main room. And one thing that all of you kind of noticed about this place is that it is not so much a traditional inn and tavern. It is slightly different. Right now, I don't, for the building, I don't have it ultra furnished, but that is because it's more like an apartment complex. It is something where instead of just like a simple room with a bed and maybe like a table and a bowl with fresh water and everything to wash up and all that kind of stuff, just a small simple room, it is actually set up to be more like an each room is almost its own small apartment. It's got its own stove, it's got usually its own bathroom, kind of separated out, which is in the inns nowadays, most of those it's down the hall. If you want to use a bathroom, down the hall, and sometimes even a full-on outhouse outside to use the facilities. But, or if you're lucky, a chamber pot. But these actually have like composting toilets set up in kind of its own little space in every apartment. And you guys basically kind of got a couple apartments that you rented for the evening. And now, when Jacob and Rogar, you come back into the inn, you see in kind of the common area for all these spaces, your companions, and they are chilling at a table. Just enjoying some breakfast.
Diana, who got forced to go downstairs against her will, is literally seat to seat next to Eurydice's, like, flush against her. She has no choice. They're practically sharing a seat at this point.
Okay.
And since Diana is taller than Eurydice will just be like sitting in her lap, just like,
You know what? That's fine.
this is my life now.
It's just fine.
Oh.
And then Daydream will just be like sitting right next to us.
Okay. You guys and all your animals.
Can I explain her new outfit, though?
Absolutely, if you
Jacob
want to.
and Rogar?
You absolutely can.
So, for Diana, what she used to wear was very, like, light and colorful. She wore a lot of light leathers and a lot of vibrant colors. Now, she's sitting in black leather pants with a cross lace along the sides, so you can see the exposed skin along the outside of her thighs, with knee-high boots that have a slight heel to them, also black in color. She is wearing that red sash with the coins that she's always worn around her waist. Her shirt is now a black whalebone corset that wraps around her underbust and comes up over her shoulders. And her shirt is now a white blouse that hangs off of her shoulders and goes all the way through her wrists. However, she's also wearing essentially like leather gauntlets that covers her forearms going all the way to her elbow with the fingers of the glove portion cut off. So that way she still has access to her claws without something grinding or blocking against them. With a golden embroidered cloth still tied around her arm to match the set that she had given Oak and Great Bear, with a black choker around her neck with a single, like, small silver-like crystal hanging from it.
Okay. Alright, so that is your new outfit. Hold on, lots of messages to deal with. Okay. So, that is the outfit you guys see when you come in there.
Like, all color except for those 2 items on her body is gone.
Okay, that's different.
Emo phase.
I went through that thing as a child.
Hey, is that what? Is that a thing?
Emo? Yeah, you didn't have that in the South Cut.
I didn't really. Well,
Yeah, around like 9 to 10, maybe 11 might be pushing it. Kind of just like, going to fucking church every day is just,
I think I'm still in my emo phase, and it's just.
Yeah.
Or that's just generally like now. But you know. Say love.
Yeah. What language is that?
It's a language.
What language would be French in D&D?
Elvish?
Elvish?
Yeah, I was
No.
like Elvish.
Would it be Elvish?
Of course, yes it is. It is French. Oui, I cannot do French.
Elf place. He's gonna speak in a bad French accent now.
No, because I have no French accent. Not even a bad one. Yeah, except, if you want to go like...
friendship.
Yeah, if you want to go like Pepe Le Pew French accent, I can do that.
I fired in your general direction.
I wave my private parts at your aunties. Now leave, or I shall taunt you a second time. Okay.
Fuck you, son.
Does that mean we're now one of the knights who say me?
No, you are no longer the knights who say "ni." You are the knights who say "icky, icky, icky." Protect yourself. Okay. Yes, Monty Python references going through my head over and over now. Okay, that's enough of that.
So he kind of looks towards Rogar. Good news and bad news.
Bad news first. Let's disappoint ourselves first, and then get excited.
Jesus, you guys are really in a bad place.
Would you like to hear the good news first, so it hypes you up, and then that bad news kind
Well,
of...
the bad news isn't really bad. It's more of offensive news, I would say.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's more of an annoyance than bad.
Yeah, we got charms.
The moment Diana hears that, she's just gonna look at Jacob, and he can tell that her expression is explain now.
Was she a drow?
She was, I mean, partially drow, partially a mixture.
I couldn't remember what she is anymore. She's not just that.
I believe it was high elf and drow mixed.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what her race was. What happened?
No, she cast charm person. I
And
know the
why?
spell. Just to squeeze more money out of us.
So
It's
More money out of you.
Yeah.
Good news.
We got a boat.
with the captain who charmed.
Yeah.
For how much?
You know,
My pocket?
in an amount.
How much?
I don't remember. to be
It
honest.
was 1,800 gold.
Oh, there we go. 18.
In total?
What's
So-
it?
Per person.
Oh no, that's the full total.
Yeah.
Diana is just going to grab Eurydice and move her off of her. Stand up, turn to Eurydice, and go, we need to go.
Eurydice will just nod, and she will follow Diana.
I was only 700 gold off. I was like, wait, that sounds so cheap. I could have afforded that.
Diana's gonna pause, turn back
Before I handed all my money.
turn back to Jacob and go, what was the name of the boat?
Yeah, Jacob would remember.
Jacob would remember. I don't have my notes pulled up currently. DM at that great Queen Mind feed.
No, I have to.
Wait, I might remember. I know it was on Dock.
I hope you do, because I don't want
12?
to. Yes, it was on Dock 12.
Hey!
It was
go
something
me.
serpent.
Oh,
That's as much as I remember.
It's not mine. It's not mine. Never mind. I thought my mind went somewhere else.
So, Dock 12 in a boat that has serpent.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, that's all I need. Yuri, let's go. And she's just gonna go for the door and leave.
What are you? Okay.
And then she's gonna poke her head back in and point to Zeroth and go, you make sure these two don't get into any more trouble again. And then disappear again.
Zeroth's gonna look at the both of them.
Okay.
Can either of you teach me how to make explosives?
Oh, I was about to just do hold person on you.
Whoa.
I just thought it was funny that they would send the person who's not magically inclined to stop them. But no, making explosives, yeah, I'm quite sure I can help you there.
Sweet.
I would love to see Rogue take explosive training.
It'll keep us entertained, and it'll be wholesome.
We might want to stand outside.
We won't be at the
Winter
end, but-
clothes, but they're already gone. So who cares about that?
Oh yeah, we have their clothes.
Yeah, I don't need winter clothes. I'm
Oh, we
fine.
didn't get you any. It was just Eurydice.
But yeah, no, Eurydice and I are gone. We're heading towards the docks. Specifically, Dock 12 towards the ship that they told us whatever the name was.
And if it's not purple, she's not gonna wear it because she's got an aesthetic. So.
Yeah, it's 100% purple.
Yep.
I made sure. Custom
You
fitted
wouldn't
to
know it.
everybody.
Custom
Mine's
fitted.
black. Oh man, I need to go get my color changed. There's another member that's all dressed in black now.
Oh goodness.
Be fine.
Hey, it's fine. We'll just make you an all white, right? No. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think that would fit well.
We can do silver and teal.
Fuck. I was like, come on.
So do we make it to the dock?
Yes, you do. Takes you a little while, but you eventually make your way down to the docks.
Do we find the place, or do we need to check or anything?
Since they told us the name of the boat
They
and
tell
what dock
you,
they were
yeah,
at.
yeah. You, well, geez. Let me see. Would Eurydice notice? Yeah, she would.
Number 12.
Yeah, you easily notice the numbering system for the docks. And so it's not hard to figure out that, oh, he said dock 12. Oh, okay, I can do that. I can find that, no problem. So you go ahead and start going down dock 12, and you find yourselves... hold on. And we'll go with...
Critical role lately, and just
Oh, yes. And yoink. And then yoink. Come on, you. Woof. There's one.
As they're walking, though, Diana's just going to turn to Eurydice and go, we're on the same wavelength on how to handle this, right?
yes. And Eurydice just opens up her palm and just fire.
And Diana's just going to slowly lower her hand and go, diplomatically first.
And then Eurydice will, like, grab a dagger and bring it up.
Intimidation can work.
So I'm not wrong.
You're on the right track.
So we're talking to them first.
Yes.
And our goal is to make them destroy the contract so we don't have to go on that boat because it's bullshit because they charmed our friends.
Yes.
Got it.
And Diana's just gonna give Eurydice a grin. She's like, and look this way. We finally have a girls' mission only. Woo-hoo.
Okay, so you should be in and maybe loading up. I don't know if you are loading up or not right now.
Yep.
Okay.
I have to rely on the Twitch stream, which is kind of like lagged. Or delayed.
Is delayed, yeah. But you find yourselves on the docks, and there are a few large ships here down at the end. And honestly, I cannot remember the rest of the name beyond Serpent either, so I don't want to have to dig through my notes. So you find the ship that is moored at Dock 12.
Okay. Diana is going to go up to one of the workers who might have been carrying something on or off of the ship that they know they have to go to. And Diana's going to make a small motion for Eurydice to follow her, but do nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to go up to the crewmates and politely and essentially sweetly ask, "Pardon me, but I'm looking to have a word with your captain if she would happen to be somewhere on the ship."
So a fairly stout-looking half-orc who happens to be close enough to you that is one of the first ones you approach. He kind of looks at you and says, "Oi, captain's aboard."
Could you be a dear and point me in the direction I need to go? It seems like a fairly large ship.
Eurydice is just standing behind her, looking like an intimidating bodyguard. She's 5'2", so it's
5'2".
But,
You come up to my knee. No. No, he doesn't. No, he.
Use that knife to climb your knee.
Yes. No, he says, Follow me. And he starts walking. Looks like towards towards some double doors near the aft end of the ship that are going under the main deck of the ship, or they're on the main deck of the ship underneath where the wheel is. Goes underneath those doors, or to those double doors, knocks on them very loudly, and then you hear, "What?" And he responds back with, "Got some visitors, Captain." Yeah. "Send them in. Not like I'm busy." And he goes, kind of gestures toward the door. "There you go." And he starts walking off.
Diana will actually pull out a single platinum coin and look at him and go, "It's not much, but is this enough as a thank you for showing us where to go?"
He looks around, looking to see if any other crew members are watching. And then snatches it right out of your hand, slips it into his pocket, and
she's going to lower her voice a bit once he takes it and go, "And if you could be so kind as to make sure no one disturbed us while we talk to her, that would be wonderful. It's a bit of a personal family matter, and if you can do that for me, there's plenty more where that will come from."
Eurydice just narrows her eyes at him.
Are you trying to be intimidating?
Yes.
I'm trying to be persuasive.
You're trying to. Okay, then roll persuasion.
I'm trying.
And if
Do I get
and you're
advantage since she's helping?
no, she will have to roll intimidation separately.
Okay. I got an 18 plus 11 is a 29.
Shh, that is way too high. Both of those numbers. Okay. So, excuse me. He kind of smiles at you, Diana, and looks down at Eurydice, and he kind of looks a little bit leery, but it's hard to tell exactly what he's thinking. And then he just kind of stands there next to the double doors, waiting for you to go through.
And Diana will go in with her and close the doors behind them.
Okay.
Before we talk to her, how big is the room by like a blank by blank square or whatever?
It's a pretty decent size for, you'd say this is definitely the captain's quarters. This area right here, it looks like it is kind of a combination of general meeting area and office for the captain, as well as potentially where she dines and maybe brings important guests to dine with her in, like, because there's a fairly large table set up and everything. And you'd guess, maybe 15, 20 feet wide, and from the double doors you entered kind of goes to the back of the ship, so maybe another 20 feet, 30 feet that way even. And then
Perfect.
There are doors leading to rooms to the side, which you can assume would be more of the private quarters, maybe, a bedroom, bathroom, whatever, that kind of stuff for the captain.
Diana, as she sees the captain, is going to lay her hand on, like, the back of Eurydice's shoulder against her back, as a silent way of telling her, wait, essentially, because Eurydice will be able to tell if Diana says or does something specific that would require her to step in. And Diana's going to give the captain a big smile and go, pardon the intrusion, but, you see, there's something my friend and I would like to discuss with you for a moment regarding the, passage on your ship.
I'm afraid we already are booked.
Yes, about that. You see, you seem to have come up with 2 contracts earlier today. A fairly tall fellow, dark hair, slightly shorter, brunette, wears a blindfold.
Ah, yes, those 2.
Yes, those 2. And she's going to step towards the desk, and she's going to watch the captain closely and go, and just slightly tilt her head and then gesture over to Eurydice and go, my friend and I would like to have a word with you about those contracts.
Eurydice will just go, across her arms, glare at the captain, and I'm trying to intimidate her.
Okay, roll for it.
24.
Okay. Good to know. Alright, so what exactly do you say to her, Diana, beyond that?
Diana is going to lean one hand against her desk to lean slightly towards the captain. And she's going to go, now, this is going to go one of 2 ways. Either you admit to charming our companion, forcing them into a contract, or we will take the contracts for ourselves and ensure that they're properly disposed of.
She smiles at you and says, and first off, young miss, I, of course, charmed them who would not use any tactic at their disposal to get one to have favorable outcomes in a deal. Nor did I force them to sign the contract. I only wished for amenable terms.
And here's the thing with that. You made the mistake of charming them in the first place.
Oh, that is not a mistake.
So you have two options. Hand over the contract, or we will take them. And I would prefer to solve this peacefully. And Diana, because Eurydice is handling the intimidation, she will be persuading.
Okay, so roll your persuasion.
Take a wild guess what I just rolled.
Natural 1.
Natural 20.
Of course.
So I got a 31?
Yeah. So she looks at you and says, so, what you're saying is, you are no longer in need of the services of my ship?
If I needed to get to the north that desperately and that quickly, believe me when I say it would not be within your company knowing that you charm those who ride your ship. I already have enough to deal with. A captain who doesn't seem to understand the morals of those between them is not one I wish to be around.
Morals? You obviously do not know the rules and how they work around here.
And you don't know how thin my patience is. I have been through enough as it stands. You will be nothing more than something I need to dispose of if you don't hand over the contract.
No skin off my teeth. If this is what I would have to deal with on the long voyage north, I'd rather not the hassle. You see her dig into her desk and pulls out some paperwork, slaps it down in front of you, along with the deposit that was left by Rogar and Jacob, and says, now kindly leave my ship.
Diana's
and you see her face goes from kind of faux friendly to extremely serious, all in the span of a breath, as she's now staring both of you down.
Yeah, Diana's going to glance at the contracts to make sure those are the correct ones.
They are. As far as you can tell, it's got Jacob's signature, Rogar's signature, whoever signed it, I can't remember.
She will take the contract and the deposit, and turn, and as she gets over to the door, she'll turn to the captain again, bow slightly, and go, thank you for being understanding, and then walk out of the room with Eurydice.
Alright.
As they step out, because...
Hold on.
Oh.
As Eurydice is leaving after Diana, Eurydice is going to turn around and look at the captain. She's going to say, well, you know, a decent saleswoman wouldn't need to charm anyone. So, I guess that just explains you're really shitty at selling, you know, anything. So, what is it? And she just...
she just shakes her head and kind of rolls her eyes, and then as you step out, hold on, as you step out of the double doors, you see the half orc standing there, but Eurydice, with your perception, you see her just go like this, and the doors slam shut behind you guys.
That's fine. Diana will turn to the half-orc and give him a big smile. And she's like, oh, thank you for actually staying there. And she will actually give him, You know what? Fuck it. 10 more platinum.
Holy shit.
I have that many. I have plenty. Y'all don't seem to realize how much I have.
Yes,
Because 1 platinum is 10 gold.
Yes, it is.
So, that's just 100 gold.
Well, 110 because you gave him 1 platinum before.
Yeah. But, yeah, she'll give him 10 more platinum. She's like, and see, this is what you get when you work with people who are actually honest. And continue to leave the Eurydices.
Alright, so you guys leave. Alright. So you guys make your way back to the tavern. And while they were out on their adventure, Rogar, Zeroth, and Jacob, what are you guys doing? Are you doing explosive learning practice?
We were going to be practicing with some explosives. Very safe, wholesome content, okay? Wholesome for the whole family at first.
Yeah, I don't think we can practice inside the building.
No, I would say let's go find like an open area away from our rooms.
Yeah, we are very untrained in this. This is far out of my reach.
And I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, so this is going to be really fun.
Alright, so you guys... Let's see here. I'm getting you from inside the tavern here. This is where you were. Yoink.
Damn that why.
You tried, that's what matters.
Yeah. I was like, didn't.
Not gonna lie, I was expecting to have to use my wall of ice to bar off the entire room. Because it has a 20-foot diameter, so it would have just covered the entire room.
Mm-hmm.
And I was expecting to have to use wall of ice and trap her and do a lot more.
Well, just
smoother than I thought it would.
Yeah, just know that with high persuasion rolls and a little bit of intimidation in there as well, sometimes things don't have to be a fight. But at the same time...
Yeah, we were prepared.
Oh, yeah.
If needed.
Yes. Also, just a friendly reminder from your DM. Be careful who you challenge. Because not everyone in this world is level 1.
So I know. Hence why we were going for diplomatic rather than raid her ship and destroy it.
Yeah. That... I could just say, with the number of people on there, and her... That would have been a bad idea. Especially with just 2 of you. That would have been a really, really bad idea.
So, everyone aside from Chris, Rogar, because, quite frankly, I forgot to message you because you're closer friends with Jacob. We've all been talking the entire week on what plans we could go over and what plan we were gonna go with. The entire week.
No worries.
And so, as we get back to the tavern, if we're allowed to reappear at the tavern now, because they were just...
well, they were just discussing plans on how to make gunpowder, I guess.
Yep. So as we get back,
I thought we were leaving.
Yeah,
you were heading out. Okay, so you guys are still out at the docks. For this, you guys are heading out, and
all right.
let me...
Good luck. Safe travels. I'm going to be in books.
Did you guys see a shop anywhere with it? And yeah, don't you know a bit of how to do this? Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited to do this, but I have no idea how.
Yeah,
well,
I think
you don't have to do it yourself. Just tell me how to do it, and I will do it.
Yeah,
hey.
I will guide him as well.
He rubs he just kind of like motions his hand in circles on his temple. All right. let's go then.
So you guys are heading out to some shops to get some stuff to try to create explosives.
Yes. Should we, by chance, buy something that we can hide behind, or no?
Give
I
me
mean, I can make...
blind myself. I'm pretty sure I have a spell that can protect us.
Okay.
I can
No,
also...
never mind.
The girls leave for 1 hour, and the boys have decided to blow themselves up.
I said it as you were walking out the door. The fact you didn't stop and hear it is a move.
Hey,
Please have heard of that?
The door slammed
Probably.
behind you, didn't it?
probably, but I think you were on a mission.
Yeah, we were on
Yeah,
it.
you guys have a mission.
I didn't really care.
This is to assist their mission later on.
So,
Boys will be
with
Yes.
With Jacob,
This is
kind
the
of,
definition of it right here.
yeah, with Jacob's background history, would he know some of the materials that they would need to buy to make bombs?
Well, unfortunately, none of the characters currently in the party is from the original group party. And therefore, none of you remember that there was a person in the party way, way back at the beginning. Oak would know them. That it was I Can See, who
You mean the guy who
actually
never
was
played?
No. I Can See played a few times.
I don't
but
remember him ever actually playing.
He was the gnome artificer, and he was the inventor of this strange powder that had never been in the world before. But he happened to have some of this strange powder that when fire was applied to it, it created an explosive reaction. And so this is not... Gunpowder is just emerging in the world. So
I wasn't thinking gunpowder as per se, because there were explosive powders well before gunpowder itself.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like there's
And didn't you guys
there's
have
certain
this
things
weird sand that exploded whenever it came in contact with each other?
No, but there is some alchemical things that do explode.
Is there alchemic fire? Because I feel like that would use in armies.
There is alchemist fire.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Okay. There is also there are also, and it's not so much explosive, and neither is really alchemist fire. It's but like basically clay jars filled with oil, and and then magically sealed under pressure, so that when a fuse that is actually part of them is lit and thrown, when the clay breaks, because it's under a pressure, the oil kind of flies out and basically makes like a mini fireball. It's about like 10-15 foot diameter at most. It's not super huge, but it's like a mini fireball, and it does like 2d6 damage or something like that.
What
But
Zeroth wishes to attempt here is to create something that explodes. It doesn't have to be something fancy or anything like that. I have a feeling most of these are going to fail. But if I can succeed in creating one, I want to create a big one.
Okay. And what?
Because that's how it works, right? It's like you just you have this amount of things, and then you just have to triple or quadruple them.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's try it.
Okay.
I'm down.
So, yes, go ahead. Bomb making. Well, that was my question: is what skills are you attempting to use towards this end? Towards your goal.
Skills wise, what do you mean? Like what skill am I going to use?
Well, are you proficient in any tool sets that could help you in this endeavor, like alchemy tools or anything like that?
The only tools that I am proficient in is a horn.
Oh my god.
Hey, that's not even a tool.
It's in my tools. It says horn.
No boy.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty good.
Oh my god.
Alright.
I was thinking more of using.
Yeah, you could use it as a bomb casing.
Like history.
The horn bomb.
knowledge?
Is that what it is? Knowledge of history. Okay, this is what I will say is
I've seen fire before.
I will say between Jacob and Rogar, you guys could using one of you, and you can decide who does what. One of you using history and one of you using Arcana.
Well,
yeah, I think I know who's got what.
Couldn't I technically attempt to use survival? Because I'm basically just trying to just scrape together something in my head.
Right. Well, this is what I'm proposing to you, is that if you allow them to give you suggestions, and if they roll high enough, then I will give you advantage on your roll.
Okay.
Now, it's still potentially going to be a pretty high DC. But
so Rogar, do you want to do Arcana?
Freely given.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll handle Arcana. What's that?
I'm rolling my Arcana.
Don't worry, I'll let you guys leave the little zone if you don't want to die.
Oh no!
Before it happens.
This is going to be so interesting to come back.
And oh boy,
right next to the tavern.
Why?
Why not?
We went outside. I thought we went out.
That is a 25 on my Arcana suggestion.
A 25 for Arcana?
Do it again at the back alley next to the tavern.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Homeless Joe's just sitting over there watching us. Good luck, dude.
What are they doing?
What are they doing?
Okay, so I got a 25 from Jacob. What do we got from Rogar?
With that history,
Okay, I'll handle the history portion. I'm sure Rogar's gonna
I
excel in
believe
this.
you on that.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bright. Rogar, you have this right, my dude.
Dude.
Well,
Everything just went pitch black for a second.
yeah. Good. It's gonna let me roll in here because Dean. Oh yeah, I'll take that. A 14.
Okay. All right, so...
On I got a nat 1.
All right.
So I got a 0.
Okay.
I'm smart.
So... excuse me. So we got a 14 and a 25. All right. So
Good luck, Zach.
yeah, I will say you will get if you want to use survival, that's fine. You will get advantage as you're kind of getting some conflicting information though from Rogar compared to Jacob. Jacob is providing you more esoteric, thoughts on it and things, whereas Rogar is trying to say, well, if you mix, I think it's some kind of something you get out of a bog. I remember that some kind of peter salt. I don't know, something like that. And Jacob keeps waxing on about, well, you see, if the right reagents are together and in this combination, the combination is key, and going on about that. You eventually get something.
Go on to equivalent exchange and alchemy or something.
Yes.
It just goes the full
So just to make sure that you understand, it is 6 specific units of carbon, and then you need exactly 5 hydrogen. Now, you do not want to mix that before you get the 5 hydrogen. If you do, it's less going to make a big boom and more...
Yeah.
It's just going to erode your skin. So just
now,
be careful.
Yeah, definitely.
The important question exactly where are you going to test this out? Where are you going to mix things, and where are you going to test it?
Okay, so Zeroth assumed that we were going to go out to an open field.
Okay, that would have to require you to go all the way outside the city.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, there is a park nearby.
Yeah,
Don't light off explosives in the middle of a public park!
I got it, you
It's
guys.
a fireworks show. Wow.
I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to talk down you guys getting arrested when we get there.
Okay, so I rolled an 11 plus my 4. Oh, for survival.
I would have cast Bless upon every. Oh wait, Bless does not help us in this situation. Oh, it might. You know what? It might get blown up. So yeah, I'll cast Bless on us.
I'll take that.
Yeah, us 3.
You're not going to do guidance?
No, 11 plus what?
I don't
4.
Jacob's just gonna
Wow.
preemptively touch his chest to cast mage armor.
Okay. So, are you guys in the park? Or did you go all the way out of the city?
Park sounds pretty nice.
Yeah, let's go to the park.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean, the people might like us.
I'm gonna have to do such a big performance and perception roll because I'm gonna have to convince everybody
hey,
they were just testing
you're
out
not
fireworks
there.
for our new show.
I have a feeling
Hey,
it's like
let me
right
try.
as we're getting off the show,
Yeah.
you see boom. And
Don't worry about it. It hasn't
Well-
even happened.
I have a question. How
Yes.
between like us leaving, talking to her, and coming back, and then them talking about everything they might need, going and
Don't
getting
worry.
said supplies.
Don't worry. I will tell you when you arrive.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So my roll. I rolled an 11 plus 4, so I got a 15.
Okay, and did you roll at advantage?
Yeah, that's with advantage because his first roll he got a nat 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh boy.
you got a total of a 15.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
so
I would
what?
suggest that we started small, by the way.
So
Not
what?
something
What
too
happens? What happens is you. Well, first, describe to me how you envision, if everything worked perfectly, how you would envision this explosive device to work. Do you have to light a fuse on fire?
Well,
do
so
you,
I was
do
thinking
you
a fuse
throw
because
it? What do you do?
I can light things on fire with my hand. So figured, a fuse could be sticking out of this pouch. I'm thinking of like a little tiny leather pouch that can be cinched up.
Mhm.
With a little fuse sticking at the top.
And then just light that on fire and throw it at
You can-
whatever, and then it goes boom.
That or something like a clay jar that could create like shrapnel.
So you're
Okay.
creating a medieval hand grenade?
Yeah, basically.
And then if I succeed in creating the little one, I want to get a giant leather sack.
Oh,
I want
God.
to triple all of the.
Okay, but you're
ingredients.
starting off really tiny.
I'm starting small.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't kill
All right.
us.
So,
I'm still injured.
okay. So, for those of you who are in Tailspire and can
boy.
see, I have you in the park here. Now, are you planning on lighting it and like setting it on the ground somewhere, or are you going to light it and throw it at something?
So
I
what
would
I'm
throw it on-
going to do is I'm going to light it and I'm going to throw it directly in.
Hang on, let me show him the screen
Into the
before
air.
he chooses that. Come
Yeah.
here.
Well, I'm going to ask him. I'm gonna ask you where you're all standing and stuff when we get there.
You're in
So-
here. I would throw it on top of the rock.
Okay, I guess.
So the
Oh,
rock
hold
can
on.
absorb
Top of the
most
rock.
of
The rock is hold on. The rock is missing something because it does not.
Is there a person up there?
a
It
group of
does
children.
not.
A group of children is missing on the rock.
It does not show up. Miniatures don't automatically respawn. You have to put them back.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Wait, so what's up there?
Children.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going based off what I can see.
No, I was
Yeah.
making a joke. I don't know what's up
I
there.
was just making a joke.
That was the statue.
Yeah, it's a big ass statue.
Oh,
okay.
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 Wait, what
So-
about that rock too?
Yeah, there's a rock over
behind
here.
them?
Well,
Oh.
I'm gonna start with the leather pouch one. That way, it just goes boom,
there we
and
go.
there's nothing
I
going
would still put
flying
it-
in different
well, yeah.
directions.
That's fair.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can put at least a small enough space around it.
Yeah, I will prepare to cast. I don't think.
No, that is a very big statue.
Yep.
Oh, that looks like one of my old family members. I'll prepare to cast.
That's actually Sir Iggy of Pop.
Yeah, I'm prepared to cast invisibility and just run away.
So Iggy of Pop, eh?
Yes.
I kind of want to throw it at it just because it's named that.
No!
I mean, if anything goes wrong, I can just cast darkness over it.
Oh, you running away.
Like,
So we're going to start small, and then I'm probably
and you're going to throw it.
Just going to throw it into the air.
Okay.
I'm just going to try. I'm going to try and throw it straight up as far as I can throw it. I'm definitely going to wait this fuse out.
Are you guys gonna play the game of I'll stand there in a circle, shoot the arrow straight up in the air, and then wait to see where it lands? Is that the game you're playing, basically?
I would think that once Zeroth kind of lit the fuse, he wouldn't really be thinking, all right, everybody stand back. He'd just be like, all right, I lit this shit.
We all have a van. It will not be 5+ bless.
I have a feeling you start playing hot potato.
It's just danger potato.
All right, give me an unarmed attack roll to throw this.
It wouldn't just be
it's
athletics.
Okay. No, it's just unarmed attack.
Unarmed attack.
It'd be 18
because you're basically aiming where you go.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So you throw it straight up, basically. And you're waiting, and you see it reach the peak of the throw, and it comes back down, and then it lands right at your feet in between all of you, and it just kind of the fuse is gone. It's like it already went inside and
oh boy,
should have blown up, and you see a little bit of smoke coming out of it, but
I'm gonna pick it up and throw it again.
Okay.
I could have green flame blade. We're all right here. We can take a hit.
Okay, you unarmed strike again to throw it.
This is kind of fun.
19.
Okay.
Plus.
Again, it goes up. This time it's not. This time it's off a little bit. It's not perfectly straight up. It's so it goes up and it falls back down. And this time it kind of lands to the side of you guys, but it's just kind of a thump, slaps on the ground and nothing's happened.
I think we messed up.
Okay, let's try again.
Well, hold on. Let's
reset.
Let's get this thing picked up.
Well, clearly.
Should I hit it with my green flame blade just to make sure?
No. If we're sending into the air, I can hit it with a firebolt.
Oh, yeah. This week we should teamwork this.
Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it, I'll throw it in the air again.
Oh god.
Have Eurydice and I come back yet?
I'll tell you when you do.
I can't really cast anything that will help.
Jacob, you said you could do it?
I'm just holding one to.
Alright, if he throws it up again, I will cast firebolts at it.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Give me an unarmed attack for the throw, and then roll your firebolt attack, Jacob.
So 26 for a throw.
Alright.
Okay, it is perfectly straight up. It is a beautiful toss. Exactly the way you wanted it.
28 to hit.
Yeah, you nail it as a bolt of fire shoots forth from your fingertips, streaks towards it,
fire damage,
hits the bag, and the bag is obliterated. You don't see any explosion bigger than what your firebolt would normally do. Doesn't look like anything, but you have completely destroyed the bag and its contents. It is just now kind of ashes and dust that are raining down on top of your heads.
Is there anywhere here in town that might have a little more information that might help us? Because clearly I did it wrong.
You can always go and investigate and start asking around and see what you can find.
I'll help Zero with that.
Is there anybody in the area that has been seeing us do this?
Oh God, please no.
Not that you can tell. Yeah, okay. You haven't noticed anyone.
Dang. I guess we gotta go find somebody.
Yeah. Don't worry, Jacob. If you want to head back, I got this.
Oh, cool. And Jacob is just gonna head back into the inn, and he's going to, he's just gonna go back, kind of make sure no one dies.
I got your...
Can I ask around for an alchemist if we bump into somebody?
You could go ahead and ask the bartender. Yeah. Who knows where everyone is?
Okay. Well, we're outside. We're not near the bar.
So go inside. The park is literally right behind the tavern.
Okay.
Make his decisions.
Oh, it has to be familiar. I'm like, could I locate an alchemist?
Yes, I will. If tell me what you're trying to find out. Are you trying to find an alchemist? Basically, are you trying to find someone who knows about stuff? You tell me what you're trying to find out.
I'm trying to find somebody that has some knowledge on where I can either find certain powders that react to fire combustibly in a way, and or if there's just an alchemist who has these things to sell.
Okay. Okay.
Because then I'll just figure out if I can
back.
put them together.
No problem. Okay. So I will need since you're both working together, I will need an investigation check from each of you, or one of you can roll it at advantage.
You roll with the advantage. Oh, I've got a +0 in investigation.
Then you should roll with the advantage. I have a -1.
Oh, okay.
Man, it would have been really useful to have Jacob around that +1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you roll with the advantage. I can help you.
Okay. So I got a 10.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. How long are you going to spend looking around, trying to get information?
I mean, if I can start shouting for people and just get somebody's attention, that would work, but...
Well, I mean, basically what it is the investigation check is whatever efforts you are putting forth, it is a summation of those efforts on whether you find the information.
I think 30 minutes is good enough. If I can't find it in 30 minutes, then it's not worth it.
Okay. Then I'll say if you're taking 30 minutes to try to look around, the best you get is you get information from a little bit down the street. There is kind of an all-purpose general store that seems to have all sorts of different adventuring supplies, backpacks, arrows, all sorts of different stuff like that. And when you pop in there and ask about stuff from the owner there, they say, I really have no idea what your, powders and stuff you're talking. I have no alchemists. I really don't know, where an alchemist would be in town. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be some somewhere. I mean, we've got pretty much everything in this town, but I'm not sure exactly where. But I can sell you a couple things that I got. I mean, I don't know if they're exactly what you're looking for, but...
What would you have?
Yeah, what do you have?
Alright, he goes in, shows you 3 small, kind of hardened glass jars with stoppers in them. And when you look at it, you can see that there is a liquid in there, and then it looks like hanging, like attached to the stopper, there seems to be some kind of metal spike coming a little bit down into the jar, and then in the jar there are several small, almost look like ball bearing type, just steel balls. And he says, you need to be careful with this. When you when you throw this, because you see this is the liquid inside. This is an oil. And when you throw this, those like little steel balls in there, they'll bounce around and they'll hit that spike coming down, which is made of flint. And that'll cause some sparking to happen in there, but there's no oxygen in there, so it's not going to do anything until the jar breaks. So don't drop it at your feet.
that makes logical sense.
So,
but when you throw it,
there are metal balls in there, and that's oil in that jar.
Yeah, and when you throw it, it hits things and it goes boom out, and I mean it's not great. It's more of a kind of a, you know, I don't know what the words they would use to describe it. It's a deterrent, maybe, you know, like deter attackers. It doesn't do a lot of damage to anything, but I mean, you know, if you get hit, you know, right next to you with this, yeah, you're gonna get burned, and you're probably gonna get some cuts and stuff from the glass and the steel balls as they go about. So, translation, it does 1d6 plus 3 damage.
Now, what if you made a giant version of that that you just?
I was literally just thinking I could tie them together.
That's what I was about to suggest. Not Jacob, Zerf. Let's tie them together and throw them.
Yes, I would tie them together and I would lob them. How many of these do you say you have? 3?
He's got 3. If you did that would end up being 3d6 plus 9 damage.
How many?
But it's a one shot.
Oil, ball bearings, and flint do you have?
Separately, I don't really carry those components like you know,
where could you buy
much at all. I mean, he shows you some of the things he's got. He's like, here, I've got a few glass jars. These are healing potions, but the glass that they have in these jars is special so that it doesn't accidentally break just moving around in a bag. Whereas, do
you have any just empty jars then?
No. Damn. I don't carry empty jars. Not like the right kind of glass either. I mean, that glass is special.
Do you happen to have an alchemist kit?
Not really. I mean, I could try to put something together for you, or I could order something for you. I mean, if you're going to be around a couple days, I might be able to get something.
We're probably going to be around. Just for character, side character stuff between the players. Mm-hmm. Given that we just essentially yoinked our ship out, we're probably going to be here for a little bit.
Oh, but I don't know that yet.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'll definitely get the 3 jars from you.
Okay.
I'll look over to Zeroth real quick. I've acquired a new friend in town. Maybe she knows where maybe an alchemist could be. But I have to swear you to an oath that you would not be able to tell anyone about this.
Could you go by yourself then?
Oh yeah. Okay, wait, you can't keep secrets?
I can, but I can be persuaded very easily to tell secrets, so I'd rather not.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just go off and find
I would rather you keep that sensitive information to yourself.
Yes, myself. Only myself knows this.
So are you going to go off by yourself then?
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll go ahead.
I'm going to buy those 3. I'm going to play with one of them.
Oh no.
Okay. So he looks at you and he says, "You want all 3? All 3? Okay, they're 75 gold apiece. So that's 225.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Zero failed at his job at watching.
Okay. And you can just put that down on your sheet in your notes as basically like, I mean, you could just call them like anti-personnel, grenades if you want.
Okay.
Quick question: is this still the same day?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I will, before I go into the seedy part of town, I will expend 40 of my lay on hands to heal myself.
Okay.
Because I have been walked around pretty beat up.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that you can't just like... Oh, I guess I didn't need 40. I did
You needed less than 40. Alright.
And it's a d6 plus 3, you said?
1d6 plus 3, yep.
Alright.
And then... So, Rogar, then, are you going to make your way towards the seedy area of town, so to speak?
Yeah, I'll go find my own.
Okay. And Zeroth, where are you heading after you make your purchase?
Well, I want to tinker with this. I want to learn more about it, so I'm going to probably take it apart.
So probably back to the park somewhere so you can be a little bit more secluded?
I may leave the park for this one. I may actually go outside.
Maybe you should tell Jacob where y'all are going?
My conscience is telling me I should tell Jacob.
So you want to head back to the inn and let him know?
I'm gonna let Jacob know that I'm gonna do something stupid, and I'll be back.
Okay. So you head back to the inn.
Rogar left?
Yeah,
well, hold on.
Yeah, and maybe you should tell Jacob that.
Hold on. It's not your turn. Let him make his decisions. All right.
But so I'm going to go back and I'm going to let Jacob know that I'm going to go out of town and tinker around with some explosive thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Now can we come back?
Hold on.
Do you need
You will be there
someone with you, or like, would you like Rim to be with you? Therefore, in case anything happens, he can fly back to me.
If you want to do that, that's cool with me. Otherwise, wish me the best of luck.
We've had a pretty bad luck.
I don't think I'm gonna get hurt that much from this one little thing. It'll probably hurt me.
I'm not really worried about the thing hurting you. I'm worried about a group of people coming and
so I'm going out of town. I don't want to do this in the park because I've been told this thing actually has things that'll explode inside of it.
Okay. Well, again, the only thing that I'm worried of is in case you're going to be alone, and I know that you are far more capable than anyone here to really handle things alone. My only worry is if it is someone that has
magic,
stuff that I can use against you.
Because we're kind of wanted criminals.
Am I?
Yeah.
When did I become a wanted criminal?
When we exploded
Zeroth has
the
not
town.
been told of this, so Zeroth doesn't know.
So, we got some information. So while me and Rogar were in town, we also got some information on potential conflict starting back up between the North and the South Cut because of the demon incident in the capital city that we were at.
Paneo.
And I'm now a wanted criminal.
I don't know if there's specifics with your name on it, but it is still
because
cautious.
I don't look like you guys.
I mean, that's
no, that just makes you more obvious.
No, if anything, it doesn't stand out as much.
What?
You're also the only Goliath with hair.
Yeah.
I'll put. How about this? I'll put on a hood.
That's not how that works.
I've got my owlbear. I'll just put that on.
Look, again, all I'm saying is just watch yourself, watch your six. Something happens, send him or yourself back.
Okay.
Cool.
Can you still read without Prim?
It's fine. And he like scratches Prim's.
Sorry, no, that was a genuine question.
No, it's fine. It makes sense. No, I cannot read without him here, but that is fine.
Okay.
Can't you just make more of him?
I can only do that for a minute.
No.
Mysterious voice that's here.
No,
That's not here.
When we were at Redstone's Manor, you had multiple.
Yes, they only stay up for a minute.
No, they lasted a lot longer than a minute.
Because I kept using spell slots to do it.
Oh, see,
Yep.
you didn't tell me that.
Anyway,
I'm low.
All right.
I promise I'll be safe. I'll take Grim with me. I just really want to go learn how to do this so I can make more of them.
No, I understand. The curiosity of learning is always fun. Just don't blow Hrim up.
Well,
Please?
Grim will be at a safe distance. I don't think I'll have him right on top of me.
Alright, that's cool. Just don't use them as a target practice either.
No, I'm trying to take this apart. I'm not throwing it.
Oh, okay. Alright, and he'll send Hrim onto his shoulder.
Okay. All right.
And I'll be on my merry way.
All right. So you head out. Now, while you head out, Rogar is heading towards the shadier portions of the city. And as you are heading down that pathway, past the Fox and Hound, towards where the entryway to the rundown warehouse building where you met your aunt and your nephew, or actually it would be your cousin, you actually see coming up from that direction, because that is the direction of the docks, you see Eurydice and Diana and Daymare. And then you... And you're Daymare and Night Dreams.
There you go.
I make an immediate laugh. I was like, that's towards the end. I'm like, oh shit.
Will Diana or Eurydice have seen him?
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys can see each other walking. But, I mean,
Just puts his hand up, just turns.
Nope.
Diana's just gonna tap Eurydice and go, you get him. I don't feel like talking to him.
I'm going in the inn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he
you
took
just immediately turned around and went back?
Well, I got
he-
to, like, right here, and then I just...
He got right to the corner.
We don't have
He's like-
there pulled up.
Yeah, he's like right at the corner to turn to the inn, so he basically just like took one step beyond it. Yeah, took one step beyond it, and then just kind of and just make it look like I was making a wide turn walking.
It's like, and stretched
And that-
my legs.
And that's at the same time as Zeroth is coming out.
So the four of us see each other?
Not yet. You're down the street yet. You just saw Rogar duck down the side street that goes to the entryway to the inn and tavern, which, like, oh, I guess he's going back to the inn and tavern.
No, Diana would still.
And you're a
tap
good distance away.
No, Diana would still tap Eurydice and tell her, you go get him.
Yeah, you're like a good 60 feet away from.
Because I don't feel like talking to him.
Which person? Rogar? Or...
Yes, go get Rogar.
Okay. Then Eurydice just jog up to Rogar. It's like, hey, dude, what you doing?
Oh, I'm getting Zeroth. He's right here in front of me, you see?
Yeah, so I see.
Hi.
No, seriously, what were you doing? I really want to know. Does Zeroth have those bottles out?
We're gonna go play with some explosives.
I probably have one still.
Diana,
I'm probably still staring at it.
as she walks up to them, because Eurydice jogged ahead, she's gonna be like, before you do anything further stupid, into the tavern.
Anything further stupid?
Not you, you didn't do anything.
Okay, I'm gonna go play with this, so I'll be back
Hang
later.
on.
I'm gonna go play with it afterwards.
You can do it after.
Zeroth, I shall accompany you.
Right on.
Jacob just walks out of the room that he was in, stumbling into a few things before sitting down in the room. Because, you know, Prim's there, kind of just relayed the information as everyone's being gathered.
Mm-hmm.
And once they're all back inside, Diana is going to pull out the coin pouch and the contracts.
Well, it's a single
And
one.
just look at Zeroth and Jacob. Not Zeroth and Jacob. Rogar and Jacob.
Why is it always me and Rogar?
I'm sorry, your guys' names are, like, for some reason my brain hears them as similar.
You both have O's and H's in your name?
That might be it, to be entirely honest.
I went with the Z.
Yeah.
It's why I confuse really Jacob and Rogar at times, too.
And the letter R is also in both of your names? So.
Anyway, but no, once they're all at the table, and Diana has those pulled out, she's gonna be looking at the two of them and go, I thought you didn't pay her anything.
We didn't.
So
we didn't. That was my no. That was you. Don't. You don't. That was my fault. I had thought they had paid the deposit ahead of time. They didn't. There was agreement to pay.
That was a part of the charm deal.
Yeah.
And Diana's gonna hold up the contracts and go, next time. Yeah. Whatever. Next time. Don't sign or do anything if we're not all together.
Should I cast Charm Person on you and just let you see how it feels? It's like,
I know how to use it.
It's like I have free will, but I'm just inclined. Yeah.
It seems like you're very, very drunk.
Yeah. I haven't been drunk in a while.
The point being, you shouldn't have gone to do something like get a vote without all of us there.
Last I checked, you were stuck in a... Yeah.
Last I checked, I didn't want your opinion, Rogar.
Then why would...
Yeah, why are you asking me then?
She's actually talking to Jacob.
Who this has nothing to do with. This is my contract.
His name's on it as well.
Jacob's name is not on that thing.
No, Rogar was the one who signed it.
All for me.
So, we're at an impasse.
I was told that both of you had signed it when I got told about things.
When I said, whoever's name was on it, Jacob or Rogar, because I couldn't remember.
No, I'm talking about, like, when I was told what happened that day.
Oh, no, there's...
Yeah, the day you had told me, like, both of you had signed a contract.
No, I said we both got charmed. Rogar was the only one that signed the contract. Alright, so, to explain what was going on, we went to see what boats were going that way.
Yeah, no, I understand why you guys did it.
You shouldn't have done it without all of us there.
Diana, you were having a panic attack and I needed help.
Probably because the person in our group decided it would be a good idea to silence the person. Last I checked, we weren't supposed to be using our magic against each other in a way that would actually traumatize and or harm each other.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Let's slow down. Slow down, everyone chill for a moment. There have been plenty of spells thrown at anyone's direction from everyone in this room. One has almost killed me. And that was from you, and he points at Diana. Now.
Oh, I was like, what?
Will I say that I'm not upset because spells are thrown at each other in the midst of battle. That is fine. It happens. There are going to be moments where things are out of our control or we misjudged things, because not everyone here has the same, frankly, capabilities of being able to calculate things extremely fast to make sure no one gets hit.
Eurydice will quickly turn to I'm sorry for that rogue Eldritch Blast the other day too.
You were very drunk, and it wasn't really it was annoying. So that's why I cast the silence.
That doesn't give you grounds to silence people. And at this point, Diana is literally... No. At this point, Diana is literally angry enough, you can see her holding back tears.
Rogar will turn to Diana. I don't understand why you're upset.
And the first thing that pops out of her mouth is because that makes you no better than the kidnappers. And it is a loud, yell when she says that.
Roger's still drawing the blank.
Zeros just kind of plugging his ear. Mop, mop, mop.
Okay.
Tinnitus.
Rogar, give me an intelligence check.
Oh, damn.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, wow. You want to know what I rolled on D&D Beyond? Again? Another nat 1.
Oh boy, a 0?
So I got a 5.
No.
You got a 5.
A 5, okay.
A 5, okay. You aren't sure exactly what she's trying to say. You're not really getting it. And, Diana, give me an insight. And remember, this is your thing. You have advantage on this.
I got the 29.
Okay.
Yeah, you do have advantage on that.
Yeah.
No, I know. I rolled with advantage.
Yeah.
I got a 29.
Okay. All right. Even despite the pain, and the anger, the fear, all the emotions that you're dealing with right now, you're able to see that when you say that to Rogar about no better than the kidnappers, that he's just not connecting what you mean. He doesn't seem to really
Seeing
understand
that
what you're going through.
Seeing that, she will take a small breath, but her voice is still very tight and angry.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll be like, I was chained to a wall, with my wrists getting ripped open, stuck like a wild animal, and being silenced continuously.
Okay, I understand that.
The next time you use that on me, I will ensure I will rip your throat out with my teeth so you understand what it feels like.
Once again, you literally just said that we should not be attacking each other. I now know not to... If I aim the spell, I'll make sure it only hits one of us. If it ever comes back to that again, but I feel like it won't. Since me and Eurydice just had a conversation, kind of see eye to eye right now.
And that's
Well, eye to chest.
Shut up.
Well, what was it? Eurydice? I couldn't quite hear
after
you.
that, Diana's just going to toss the contract on the table and just walk out.
Okay.
No, she'll have tossed the contract into the fire and then walked out.
Okay. And Eurydice? What was that you had said there a second ago? I couldn't quite hear.
The spell was mostly aimed at me, or mostly intended for me, so...
Alright.
Technically speaking, I did the math. It would have silenced the whole room. I didn't realize it was a radius spell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's a big spell. It would have hit everybody.
Everyone would have been silenced. I can't really target anyone in that room.
All right.
And by leave, I mean she left the tavern. She didn't just go up to their room. She
Yeah. Oh no. That's what I assume. You walked out and are kind of trying to get some air, get some space. All right. And while you're doing that, those of you still in the Fox and the Hound, Zerath, are you going to now go out and go play with booming things?
Rogar, do you want to go with me?
Yeah, maybe we should wait 5 minutes to give her a head start.
It's all right. Hey, Eurydice, is there
a back door?
I'm sure she wouldn't know that yet.
Yeah, there isn't a back door that you know of in this building.
Eurydice, do you mind?
I'm not afraid to walk out the front door.
Joining me on.
By the way, I did message you, DM.
Okay.
If Xeroth's leaving, I would have left too.
Okay.
Do you mind joining me on trying to help.
With what? Diana?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it wasn't exactly clear because I heard explosives from Zeroth earlier, and that piqued my interest. But then, Diana's having a panic attack.
If you want to go and have some fun during these stressful times, go for it. It's fine.
Because I'll be honest, I'm not really helpful in this situation.
Yeah.
Rogar definitely won't be.
I have a feeling you need to help recruit this one, Jacob.
Okay.
I have another blood.
Here's Grim back. You need him more than I do.
I know. Alright, bud. And he's just scratching the top of Frim's head. Okay.
Then Eurydice will head out with the other two.
Okay. So you three take the time to actually head out of town. And Jacob, you and Hrim are attempting to go and track down Diana so you can try to console her and bring her back.
I'm sending you one more thing really quick.
Yeah, I see you typing. But yeah. Okay, so you three, you are making your way out of the town. So that's going to take a little bit of time. And as you're
downtown.
I'm home, man.
Okay. So, Jacob, you are you are heading outside with Rim and trying to find Diana.
Yep.
Okay, so what are you going to do in order to find Diana?
Well, you see, that's the thing. Jacob is going to first start off asking around about a vulpine, and then he is going to ask about a fox running around in the streets.
I almost decided to use her shifting ability, but I decided against it for that reason.
So, he is going to start off asking that way, while Trim is in the air kind of looking. If that makes sense.
Okay. Alright, message sent. Okay.
I'm sending it to...
Okay. Yeah. Alright, so... okay. So, Rogar, I see what you're doing. So, as you guys are making your way out of the town, Rogar casts a spell.
Oh,
and, yep, and you don't seem to be able to find any more of those.
Damn. Disappointing.
There's none within 1,000 feet of us, y'all.
DM,
Damn.
would you like me to roll investigation and perceptions for
I have two.
Yes, I need you to. Let's see here.
Jacob,
we'll start with. Okay, so you're starting out by asking around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be in. And what exactly do you say? Specifically, do you say in your search?
All right. So, have you seen any? And he's just asking general questions. All right. Have you seen a vulpine who has more orange ears and the tail and the blackened clothing? Most of the leather is black currently. Oh shit! She could have changed that. Either way, have you seen anyone that just left here that were not followed by a giant Goliath?
Okay. So, roll me an investigation check.
That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
A decently low roll.
Mm-hmm. All right, so, and how long are you going to spend searching, by the way?
I will continue searching until she is found.
Okay. Okay. Secret's happening right now.
I hear so much typing and like nothing else.
Yes, there's lots of time because secret messages going back and forth.
Brought to you by Critical Hit Gaming Supplies. Get all of your gaming tabletop RPG needs. Critical Hit Gaming Supplies.
Okay, so your
I sent you one more thing.
Yep, I saw. So you spend an hour. And asking around, asking people, in the general area, and no one seems to have noticed really anyone, specifically leaving that area or anyone that under the description that you proposed. And while you're doing that for that hour.
Couldn't he
All right.
No, sorry. I'm not there. So, I can't say.
No, but what you can say is, you can say boom as you three, who are now out of the town, you have gone and found a nice little, spot outside. Kind of decided, okay, let's play around with this. So tell me what you're doing there, Zeroth, with your fun little toy.
What I really want to do is I want to examine the exterior. I want to learn how this is designed. I want to see if I can actually make this a thing. So okay. I'm going to really make sure that I check all the exterior first before I start even attempting to open it at all.
Okay. So give me an investigation check.
Okay.
Eurydice to help us with this.
Eurydice, can you help, please? Investigation. I'm trying to investigate the outside of it. I'm really just trying to learn all I can before opening it.
So here's what I will say you can do. Either you can assist Zeroth so that he'll have advantage on his investigation check, or you can make an investigation check and then explain to Zeroth what you find, and then Zeroth, you will have to make an intelligence check to absorb that information.
Okay.
Can it be an intelligence saving throw?
Nope.
If only.
Zara, whoever, what's your investigation?
+0.
Okay.
Can't anything is better than any of theirs.
17.
Okay. So now I need an intelligence check from you, Zeroth.
Okay.
Eurydice attempts to explain to you how this thing seems to be put together.
Okay, I got a 17.
Nice. Okay.
Duos.
So Eurydice explains to you, and what you get out of it is that this is special tempered glass. It is not shatterproof by any means. In fact, it's supposed to shatter. However, bouncing around in like a satchel or whatever, it should be perfectly fine. Whereas a normal glass bottle, potentially can break if it's treated too rough in there. And you usually have to have them kind of wrapped in cloth and stuff like that just to make sure they've got some padding. This is designed to handle being jostled about a little bit without causing a problem. But if thrown with sufficient force, that tempered glass will shatter And as it gets thrown, when it impacts, these steel balls that are inside it, as they bounce around, they will impact the flint, which you notice that the stopper in this tempered glass bottle seems to be a cork that has melted wax over the top of it to prevent any air intrusion or the oil seeping out somehow. Ulysses also explains to you that if you notice, the bottle itself is not completely full of oil. And this is kind of key to how it works. It needs that space to move around in. Yet, the space is not air. It is actually all the air is sucked out of it. And it seems to be through some kind of magical means that had to have been done. As the air was removed, oil and the balls were left in there, and then on this bottom of this cork stopper, it looks like they basically have a shard of flint that is just jammed into the stopper, into the cork portion. And so when the stopper is put in, that shard of flint pokes down into kind of the middle of the bottle. You think you could recreate this. You might have to experiment with it a little bit, and you're going to have to figure out where the hell to get the glass and how to actually get the air out of the bottle. But you think if you could get the materials, maybe you could make it.
Okay. And it has to be this tempered glass?
From what it sounds like, it would not be a good thing if it wasn't.
Okay, because
it might be a little too fragile.
Because I'd like to be able to make ones that are like kind of quick on the fly. They may not be very stable, but I can use it. Versus the tempered glass, yeah, I definitely want that to be safe during a long travel.
Alcohol, light the rag on fire.
Yeah, it doesn't Molotovs.
It doesn't explode. It just creates fire.
Have you ever actually thrown a Molotov?
Yes.
It makes like a little...
You and I had two different experiences.
It doesn't just... it doesn't explode. The fire just goes outwards.
I think it also depends on how much is in the bottle.
You don't know how alcohol works then, huh?
After hearing like the part of like the air being sucked out, I'd like searched high and low. I don't know the spell, but I mean, can I roll an Arcana check to see if I can roll?
Yeah.
I love it when you roll Arcana.
I know, it's just like me as a player, I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can manipulate it with the spell, and Rogar's like, I know you can do it, but then I'm like, not just Rogar.
I just don't know how.
Oh, but does Rogar know?
19?
Yeah, that's good enough, I'll say. So what's the spell?
I can't remember. Like, I have forgotten. Rogar Simpson stuff came in. Isn't there a spell called Control Wind? No, it's not Control. I'm thinking of Control Fire.
Yeah, because I know there's Control Earth, Water, and Fire.
Creates wind. I don't know if you can pull it. I know there's Control something. Control Air. I know there's a way you can suck things out.
If it's not a Ziploc bag, I can't do it.
Yeah, no.
Well, I will just tell you this. Actually, Jacob's not there, so no, you don't know.
Nope.
Jacob might be able to figure that out.
My Arcana, my feelings with the magic say I have a feeling that Jacob might know the correct spell. I know that there is a spell, and it's not a super high level to cast it. Pretty sure it might be Gust. But I don't think so at the same time, because that's making wind. I guess you could pull the wind out.
Okay.
Well,
so
we came out here to investigate, and so we have. Should we save it, or do you guys want to see this explode?
Since we only have 3, I hate to say this, I said we should save it.
Got their fireworks.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Maybe we'll be lucky and Jacob will know the spell. We can find a glass blower in the town. Get time. We can just make non-stop versions of them.
That might be a good idea, actually.
I still have not found my friend that I was looking for, but I will later on tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was what you guys were doing. Jacob, are you continuing to investigate, or are you, ask around, or are you looking? I mean, what is your next hour of searching entail?
Jacob is asking, Hrim is looking.
Okay. Then, well, if you're having Hrim look at the same time you're asking, I actually do need a perception check for the last hour.
Okay. 22 in total.
Okay. And now I will need a perception from him and investigation from you for this hour.
Investigation for this hour is a 25.
Mm-hmm.
And perception for this hour is a natural 20, bringing it to a 23.
Okay.
So sorry.
All right. So you do manage to pick up what you think is a trail, so to speak. Someone mentioning that they did see someone with that kind of had a hooded, cowl, on with their clothing, but they thought they could see some orange fur, a tiny bit of it, and they walked in that direction, and they point, but they didn't really have any more specific than that. So at least you think you're headed in the right direction.
Alright. You want to... and he will ask for, coloration of it real fast while he's kind of there.
Alright. The guy gives you a little bit of information. Doesn't have a ton, but gives you what he saw. I mean, he didn't... He didn't have... Yeah, he didn't have much closer than that.
So... oh boy.
Yeah.
As Jacob is standing there talking to him, he actually flips his hands in an awkward motion, starting to make arcane sigils in the air as he sits there. And as he puts his hand forward, a thing of feathers just kind of starts blooming. And all of a sudden, 5 additional owls.
Gotta use the whole flock.
Oh yeah, this is a 5th level flock of familiars.
I feel bad
Okay.
because your highest roll wasn't as high as mine.
Yeah, well, don't worry.
That's only for my perception.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Alright. Friend, you know what to do. Lead the charge. And all of a sudden, just 6. Because, including Krim, there's 5 extra. 6 of these owls, all of various colorations, fly forward in the direction. Whenever there's, alleyways, some are, peeking around the sides on each side, and just a wave forward as Jacob kind of runs underneath it.
Alright.
I feel bad.
So, I will need a perception check with all your 5 owls.
For everyone.
And well, DC is lower now.
That's fair.
All right. First owl is a 21. Second owl is a 10. Third owl is a 19.
Okay.
Fourth owl, a natural 20 for a 23.
Okay.
Fifth owl is another 21.
Okay.
And the final owl is a 14.
Okay, so 3 of them are scanning and you're not picking up anything. But then the other 3, I assume you're looking through their, through vision of, okay. And like, do you get
it's
all
just
their
like
vision?
spider eyes.
Okay. You see from 3 different angles, slightly different from each other because they're flying at either different heights or little different distances from each other. You see down at the docks as they're flying along. They see the docks, and you see a figure that matches the description of the coloration of the clothing and stuff that you asked that one guy about as best as he could recall. That is kind of sitting at the end of one of the docks. Their feet kind of, swinging back and forth, head down, a hood.
Fiddling with a small shiny thing in their hands that looks like metal, but from their distance they probably can't tell exactly what it is. She's just fiddling with her family, the family coin, essentially, I guess, that she's had with her since she got, booted. I don't know what it's called.
Booted? Yeeted?
Yeeted.
No, I don't know what
It's
the item
yeet.
would be called.
Oh.
Because,
heirloom?
I guess, because, every person who's from a noble background has one that represents...
Oh, a crest.
Yeah.
A crest, yes. But I still like the yeeting.
Yeah, yeeting.
Yeeting. Yeeting is
Fetus,
fun.
the fetus.
I mean, Jacob and the rest of the birds will continue sprinting in that direction.
Does Diana notice the owls? Because there's so many of them.
They are kind of high in the air. So, and you're not really focused on that, I'd say right now, in your current
that's
state.
fair. I wasn't sure if, you pick up on the sound of the owls, or if, she'd smell them.
Oh, no, they are... they're owls. Owls are just quiet when they fly. I mean, they're silent.
Oh, yeah.
There's, no sound.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I was in a pool one time, and an owl flew right over my head, and it's like, I didn't even hear it come.
Also, just kind of an aside from the game, I want to say thank you again, Lil Clay Pot, for coming in and raiding us with a party of 5. Awesome. Woo! So, much love to you, Lil Clay Pot. All right. And I'll be watching your Tailspire streams later this week. I guarantee you that. All right. So, sorry about that. I enjoy the Tailspire streams. All right. So... All right, so that's what you see, Jacob. You're pretty sure that is her.
Right. Full, Jacob's not stopping his run.
Okay.
Okay. Until he's, close to entering the dock area, and then he'll start walking. Out of breath.
Okay.
Because man's not used to running all the time.
All right.
He's not used to running for long periods all the time.
There you go. You're used to short sprints for your life.
Yep.
All right, so fair enough. Now, that has been the culmination of the second hour, and you're now minutes away from getting down to the docks and getting to her. During that time, you guys have had your anti-personnel grenade investigations and have made your way back into the town. And what are you guys doing?
Well, I assume that you've given Eurydice her winter clothing.
Oh, yes, Eurydice. Take it out of my backpack as I hand over your purple clothing.
Eurydice will just look at it and she's like, fine color choice. I wonder how you decided.
I took... well, me and Jacob took a wild guess.
Good thinking.
If there's anything y'all need to do, have fun. I'm going to run off real quick. At the general store, I tell you that right now.
Okay.
I may tag along. I may branch off from you, though, because I'm going to be looking around. I'm going to go see if there's different shops in the area.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Eurydice is going to the general store for looking for health potions, you said? Okay. And Zeroth, you're tagging along and potentially branching off to look for other stuff in different stores?
That is correct.
Okay. And Rogar, you're just kind of heading off to go talk to your aunt, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I last know her location.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and say, Eurydice, when you go to that general store, it's basically, it's one of the three shops that are on the main street, kind of right out front of where the Fox and the Hound is.
Okay.
So, it's right there near the inn. You pop in there with Zeroth in tow, and there's that same shopkeep you talked to earlier there, Zeroth, and he's like, oh, you're back again. Is there anything else I can get you, or was there a problem?
Oh, she was actually looking to get something. I was just curious what else you might have. Just curious at this point.
Okay, well, he starts showing you guys around the shop, and he looks at you, Eurydice, and says, and what specifically were you looking for? Anything in particular, or just general supplies? Health potions. I think I can help you with that. And he walks you guys over to some shelves that have various bottles of different shapes and sizes, and some, different colors of liquids and stuff in them. And these are, standard potion bottles, that you've seen. And he points out several of them, and he says, these right here, these four, these are for healing. And they will, help you when you are wounded and need something to quickly staunch the bleeding and mend the muscle back together so that you can continue to press on in your adventures, he says with a smile. And he points to some others. He says, these right here, these are more for the prevention of, if you come across substances that someone is using to try to take you out of the picture,
poison
these will,
resistance?
these will help neutralize that stuff.
Poison resistant?
So that's I've got two of these, and then he shows you a couple other things.
I'll take the poison resist, two of the poison resist. How much would those health potions go for?
They're 50 each.
I'll take all.
Okay.
By
right,
chance, do you have any weapons, or no?
Yeah. He points. You look around and you see that there are some weapon racks. Nothing on the racks in this shop looks to be spectacular by any means. They're very run-of-the-mill, very standard.
Does he have a sling at all?
He says, you can feel free to look. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. We get,
You're looking for a slingshot?
Different things in there. Like a sling. Like David and Goliath, a sling. You can look over on the table. I mean, I got kind of a mix match of things there. There might be one. And he says, "Oh, okay. So I'm sorry for the
sorry about that.
No, not a problem at all. Anything for a customer. But for you, young lady, said these right here, the for neutralizing poison. Those are 75 each.
Okay.
And if these things interest you, this one might." And he goes, and you see a potion bottle that is actually behind a locked glass little case. And he opens it up, and you see this potion bottle. And in the regular health potions that you saw before, the liquid seemed to be kind of a red with a hint of kind of orange, like swirls in it. It kind of almost reminded you of sunrise. And that's what standard health potions, looked like. This one, it's like it is a deep red. And looking in on the potion itself, it seems like there are silver veins, silver, lines that are kind of twirling throughout it. And he says, "This right here. If you are in dire need, you take a grievous wound. This will mend it up very well."
What's the price for that one?
It is not cheap. We do not come by these often. This is 500.
500? Hold on. Give me a second. Gotta do math. That's a lot of money.
Yep.
How good is your persuasion?
If you're looking at all of those potions, it would be 850.
Yes, I know. I just kind of.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could come back at another time with somebody who's a little more financially stable and could assist us.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm just gonna go with the smaller healing potions and the poison resists.
Okay, no problem. That'll be 350, please.
Okay.
All right, and he
The
puts the other
unwanted
potion back.
conscience says ask him to hold that for you.
Well, you're not there to ask that.
Conscience is totally unwanted.
Yes. And should be unconscious. No.
Stab.
Voices in my head.
The conscience tells
Conscience,
the
conch shell. Oh, magic conch.
I've already paid the good man, so stop talking.
I like how you just called me your conscience, though.
All right, so that's what you're doing there. Zeroth, go ahead and roll a D100 percentile.
D100. Okay, which one is that one?
Okay, you're gonna want to do the. Do you have D&D Beyond pulled up?
I'm just gonna do it this way.
Okay, the way the 100 percentile works is you roll the 100 and your D10.
Okay.
So what the 100 say?
Okay. So 70 on the 100.
Okay, now roll the 10.
No. If it's a D100, it's already rolled. If it's a
No, it's the D10 with the zeros on it, and then there's
there's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference.
For the percentile, for 1 to 100?
Yeah, for if there's percentile, there's 2 D10s. One of them has double numbers on it. Or you roll a D100. So there's 2 completely different things.
Oh, because D&D Beyond, when you roll a percentile, it rolls the 100 and a 10, so you get like a 71 or a 34.
Yeah, it just rolls 2 D10s.
Yeah, it's just 2 D10s.
It looks like 100 on mine.
It's 2 D10s is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so
No, I'm
do I
not
roll the
crazy.
two tens?
It's 100 and it's a 10.
Yes, because that's because
Yes.
the numbers on one of the D10 goes up by 10.
Yes. It's still a D10. In other words, dice with 10 sides. That's a D10.
Did you think I was talking about rolling a dice with 100 sides?
Yes, there are those. I owned one of those growing up.
No. So, in the dice that we got sent, he has a dice that's 10-sided
Yes,
that goes like
yes.
here. That's what I was telling him to roll.
It's still called a D10.
Oh, I call it 100 so he knows what I'm talking about. Otherwise,
So do I roll both? Of
You
them?
Yes.
roll both those 10-sided dice. Yes.
You got a 17, now roll the 1 through 9.
It's a 1 through 10.
Okay. Well, I rolled it again, and I got 90
Well,
and a
0
7.
through 9, technically. But
A
So
90
if
and a
you want to
1.
keep that first one, it's a 70 and a 7. But I rolled a 90 and a 7 this time.
You know what? I'm going to let you have that second roll.
Thank you.
You do manage to find a sling. There is such a thing. I've owned one.
We don't!
I've seen one of those. Yeah, it's
Yes.
crazy.
It looks like a golf ball.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I was talking
Alright.
about with the dice we got sent.
Oh no, I know. But it's just called
It's
a
just
D10.
if I tell him roll both D10s, he's not going to understand what I mean.
Give him credit. All right, so yeah, you find a sling. It's
How
there,
much is it?
and you ask the shopkeeper, and he looks at it. He says, "That like 5 silver,
5 silver. How much is that in gold?
that is
half a gold."
Not even a gold piece.
that's a half a gold piece.
You would have silver pieces.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
No, like you would have silver
Oh, okay.
pieces.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's assumed that all your gold is not necessarily all just gold. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have it all as just gold. All right. Yeah, I'll take the sling.
Okay. All right. So that'll be 5 silver.
Okay.
All right. You give him 5 silver, or you give him a gold and he gives you 5 silver back. Whatever. Either way.
Yeah, I'll give him a gold. I'll take the 5
All right.
back.
So that's that. He says, "Can I do anything else for you guys?"
I think I'm okay. I've got this now.
And what about you, young lady? Are you set? Is there anything else I can get for you?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay. Well, you're welcome to shop here anytime. All right, Rogar.
All right.
So you are off to visit your aunt.
And this is just a basic sling, correct? Sorry.
Yeah, it's just a basic sling.
Okay.
Oh,
So you're off to visit your aunt, and you take the walk down to the kind of the entryway into that run-down warehouse, and make your way inside. And it, kind of wandering around through there, it doesn't take you long, because as you're going through there, the people in there recognize you from before as as being one of the two that kind of saved them from being bullied and their stuff taken and beaten on by those thugs. And so they help you easily get directed to find your aunt. So and she's there. She's like, Roro, what can I do for you? I'm surprised to see you back so soon.
One of my friends has he's developed a taste for new things. Do you know of any alchemists in this town?
Alchemy, interesting.
We're trying to learn.
Well, I'm sure there is some. Perhaps by the docks, or maybe. I mean, it's such a port-driven town, you know, and the trade that comes through here. I would imagine most of the, you know, things come in and out of the docks. I mean, they probably got shops, you know, down there that would have something like that, the alchemy. I mean, there's quite a few shops down there, and warehouses that sell straight out of the warehouse. So yeah, I mean, that would be where I would look for something like that.
Do you mind if I change my clothes here? We might have somehow there might have been someone who got pissed off down in the docks, and I don't want them to recognize me.
Well, of course, we don't have a lot of clothes that
don't worry.
Are nice.
I'm wearing fine clothes underneath this.
Oh. Of course not. I mean, there's not a lot of privacy around here, as you can see, but I mean, you know, feel free to whatever you can find here.
Yeah. It's mostly just getting my armor off. I wanted to know if you could help me with it so I could speed up the process. Oh, wait, never mind. I have the dawn-off armor.
Yeah, the cast-off.
Yeah. Yep. This speeds up things so much. Oh, thank you, ancient grandfathers.
It's not like that time where you were at the river and buck naked and had to, you know, spend 10 minutes getting undressed just so you could get in the river, and then had to run after the fight.
Oh god!
Yeah,
sorry, you got
run around naked. Yes, and I got touched. I got molested.
Yes. I specifically remember a statement coming out of Rogar's mouth. Fuck clothes, I think that's what it was.
I'd have to rewatch. I don't think Rogar would ever say that. That's
no, you said it.
For sure.
No, you said that. You're like, fuck clothes.
Rogar's very much about being private. But, yeah, I get... Well, no. You know, since I'm owning up to my name, I can take off my armor easily. If anyone happens to see my tattoo, it's fine. My brand, I shouldn't call it a tattoo.
Mm-hmm. All right, you change out, and you know, do you wish to store your armor here for now, or just changing out of it for?
I'll leave my book bag here too. Just imagine Rogar walking around with the backpack. Yeah. I would like to use my disguise kit to change my appearance somewhat.
Okay, go ahead and roll your skill with your disguise kit.
Let's see if this works. Oh god, it blinds me every time. Disguise kit. Roll. Yeah, it flew off the map for me.
10. Okay.
I'm only trying to change it up a little anyways.
Okay. Alright, well you feel like you've got a disguise. Yeah, and things changed a little bit.
Yeah. Nightmare, stay here, play with the children, don't have a blast. Don't eat anything you shouldn't.
Which you say to Nightmare, as Nightmare's currently got their paws kind of like on top of just a piece of splintered wood, and their mouth is just about to go around it.
Nightmare will be Nightmare. Yeah,
just kind of
make sure he's rebellious.
Kitty!
Yeah, meow, meow.
Yeah, no, Rogar will make way to the docks.
Okay. Alright.
I think she's wondering why I'm not yet.
Alright, so all you have done is some quick shopping. Ooh. Excuse me. All you've done is a little bit of quick shopping, and then, you know, Zeroth, did you want to go and look for more things to shop for? Eurydice, what about you?
Honestly, I'm done for the day.
Okay. Okay. All right, Zeroth?
I still feel like Zeroth would still be wanting to wander around.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular?
Message me.
Say it again.
Get Eurydice to message me.
You're not there.
I know, I'm just saying. Let's try this unconscious mind thing.
Are we pro enough yet?
Just sitting Zeroth like a dead wall.
So,
yeah, I think Zeroth's gonna just wander around and find his way. I may ask around for just for the different shop locations, maybe.
Okay, to figure out anything in specific, or like what specifically are you trying to figure out?
I was trying to see if maybe there might be some place where they may have God, what the hell is the word I'm looking for? The glass people.
Glass blowers?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're looking for like trades in the town, like trade.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And how long are you going to spend looking around for this information?
What time is it during the day?
You guys are probably right around midday.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So, the guys had gone out and done their thing, came back, told us they got charmed, and signed the contract. We did all of that in the same day?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's only midday?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it was like evening when they got back.
No.
I think that I'll definitely wander around about 2-3 hours.
Okay, so I will need 3 investigation checks.
Okay.
If you're going to be 3 hours, 3 investigation checks.
All right. 11, 17, and 18.
Okay. So
my investigation's a +0.
Yep. At the end of the second hour, so you can disregard the third hour. At the end of the second hour of asking around, you finally get some solid information. And what the person tells you is, well, we actually don't have a ton of trades here. This is more of like a trading hub. I mean, we've got some. I mean, we need some, like a blacksmith, take care of the shoes, for the horses and stuff like that. But, I mean, we don't really have a lot of specialized trades here. We just kind of get stuff from everywhere and then would
you have a warehouse that specializes in glass or anything?
You can check. I mean, the majority of things are going to be done by the docks when you're talking about shops and stuff. As far as like where all the goods come in. I mean that's really where the majority of sales happen. We get some stuff up here, kind of more in town. There's some shops here and there, but I mean if you're looking for something, you might find it in town. You're almost guaranteed to find it down by the warehouses and the shops down there. If it exists, if we've got it, it's there. All right. So you start heading that way after.
Just as a side note, just not Zeroth asking you. I am talking to somebody who's lived in this town for a very, very long time, correct?
As far as you can tell.
Okay.
I mean, you didn't ask them.
Giving me details about their town. They might. I can tell you exactly where there's 5 different stores within your me.
Well, you're asking about specific things. Someone's not necessarily going to be in the market for glass all the time, so they might not ever go to a glass shop, so to speak. So
fair enough.
I can tell you, I've had my car worked on before. I know there are lots of, mechanics around. I can give you one that's close to me that I know of for sure. But I know that in that same radius, there's probably about 7 to 8 others. So it's like, okay,
It was just making me giggle because the way he's we get all of this stuff up here, but there's more stuff that I would have, like, if I'd lived there for long enough, I would have been like, fuck it, I'm going down the dock to see what they got.
Yeah.
You gotta some sort of level of, like, real confidence.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Anyway, yeah,
so
I'll go down to the dock.
Okay, so that's what you guys are doing. Okay, so and Ulysses, where were you going to go when you were done shopping? Were you heading to the inn or?
Yes, she's just gonna spend some time with Daisy.
Okay.
And then the rest of the dog.
Okay. All right, so you're back there. So now, Jacob, you are now. This is kind of back in time while, Zeroth was shopping, or Zeroth was investigating. But Jacob, you are now standing at the end of the dock, like the, one end of the dock, and you can see down probably about 200 feet is the other end of the dock that's actually out into the water. And that's where the figure you had spotted before through the owl's eyes is sitting.
Okay.
And before you go, Diana. And this is slightly before you get to that point, Jacob, that spot. Diana, you see, I should say you kind of feel a presence step up behind you. And you hear, "Why so glum?"
Yeah.
You kind of broke up because you were...
I'm giggling. I didn't think you actually would. Diana will slightly, turn her head to see who walked up behind her. Because she clearly wasn't paying attention.
You see the familiar face of the half-orc from the ship that you had just reneged the contract on.
And she'll be slightly surprised. And she's like, not the person I expected to see. Pardon what might be slight disrespect, but I don't know your name.
Well, the name's Tom. I know. Kind of blah, but what can I say? My
name's
mom
Tom,
gave it to
last
me.
name is Saul Yair.
No, my mom gave it to me.
And hearing the slight, almost disappointment in his voice from giving his name, Diana's be like, if it makes you feel any better, a name is a name until you choose to put something behind it. Even if you have something extravagant and fancy, it doesn't hold much merit unless you decide to make something worth of it.
Well, I always wanted to be what my dad wanted to name me.
Which is?
And he kind of straightens his chest up, puffs it out a little bit, puts his hands on his hips, turns his head up to the sky, and goes, Antonio! And just big grin on his face.
And Diana will just be like,
says,
it fits you.
It has flair, doesn't it?
It fits you. You should go fit that if that's what you prefer.
But that's not my name.
Your name can be anything that you choose it to be.
He kind of ponders for a little bit. I never really thought of it like that. Anything?
So why are you wandering around here rather than back at the ship?
Oh. Well, about that. kind of got let go.
That wasn't because of me, my friend, was it?
No.
Okay.
Just a little incident with, well, he was the first mate, so I wasn't supposed to behave that way towards him. He outranked me, but he kept picking on me, and finally I had enough, and well, I kind of threw him overboard and accidentally snapped his neck, and
oh shit!
It wasn't too pretty. Yeah, I kind of like
look at him.
I kind of like the fact that it happened on the ship, because otherwise it would have been a local authority issue, and the captain was nice enough to just let me go instead of make a big deal about it.
And Diana's just gonna turn and look at him and go, you know what? If someone's disrespecting you enough to the point of anger and violence, maybe they had it coming. Regardless of ranks or not.
Well, honestly, probably not. He kind of looks at you sheepishly. My mom's side comes out in me a lot. And give me an insight check.
Hey!
His mother's the side.
Yeah, I was like, his mom's an orc that named her son Tom.
I would much rather die from somebody named Antonio than Tom.
27.
Yeah, you clearly get the feeling that, okay, wait a minute, his mom was the orc. His dad was not. His dad was human. Interesting. Okay. And yeah,
Or
the thought of...
wanna fuck.
Yeah. Hey. He also seems very, very flamboyant at times. And you kind of get the feeling that he potentially takes after his dad's side of the family in personality, but maybe that mom's side of the family personality comes out at inappropriate times. Like maybe,
but no, Diana,
maybe he shouldn't have got as angry as he did for whatever happened.
Diana's not gonna judge given what she just did.
Yeah.
And so Diana, she'll nod in understanding. She's like, yeah, I can understand bouts of anger without it needing to be needed. All too well.
He kind of smiles at you and says, thanks for understanding. You're nice to talk to.
Thank you.
So, I might have something to help you out. I couldn't help overhear that, since I was kind of at the door, that you guys were the ones who were going to take a ride up north with us.
Yes, actually, we have, out of curiosity, do you happen to know about the Shifter Kingdom all the way to the north? Across the ocean?
The what?
It's my home. I'm trying to get home. And we have to go all the way across.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're not the only ship headed north. There's a bigger one. It's, I think down at, like, Dock 2 or 3. You'll see it. It's called the Coral Breaker. It's a big one. I think they're actually leaving tonight.
And she'll perk up enough that her ears pop, which like forces the hood back. Because springy ears, and she's like, Antonio, you beautiful son of a bitch, you just saved everything I needed to do. And she'll pop up and she'll turn to look at him and go, you know what? Because you helped me, I can try to talk to the captain and see if I can get you a job.
On the Coral Breaker?
I can try.
I'd like that.
No promises, because not everybody's going to fall for my charms, but I can try.
He says, I'd like that. And he, before you can react, he kind of reaches down, puts his arm around you, and gives you a big hug. He says, sorry, I'm a hugger.
And I'm just imagining this big half-orc hugging her, and all I hear is this, like, crack in her back because he popped something.
Now, Jacob. As you are at the end of the dock, and you see this figure sitting down there, you see this half-orc standing behind them, and they're kind of talking. The figure that you are pretty sure is Diana is kind of turned part way and hasn't stood up yet. And as you're getting closer and closer, their conversation goes on for a little bit, and then she eventually stands up. The hood pops back, and you see her ears poke out, and you're like, that's definitely Diana. And then all of a sudden, this half-orc reaches down and gives her a big hug. And then
just imagine
you are not
insecurity.
He can kind of tell, like, her arms are stuck at her sides, and she's kind of like, oh, this kind of hurts, but I understand.
And you're now about 30 feet away, and while you're about 30 feet away, you see the half-orc lets go of the hug and says, I'll see you later. I need to take care of some stuff. And he takes off.
And while he's jogging off, she'll kind of, like, call out to him so he hears her. She's like, don't forget to meet us at the Coral Breaker!
And he kind of waves over his shoulder and then gives a thumbs up.
And she'll see Jacob now, because she had turned to call after him. Mm-hmm. And just the moment he sees she's seen him, it's just like immediate, oh shit, I'm in trouble. And she's like, and she puts her hands up in like a please, like, don't hurt me manner, almost. And she's like, before you yell at me, I already know I fucked up.
With what thing?
Getting mad at Rogar and screaming at him unnecessarily rather than just explaining what I did, what happened.
Oh, I was more talking about that lovely gentleman that ran by.
Oh, Anthony! So, he worked on the serpent thingy.
Antonio,
you guys told
not Anthony, by the way.
Oh, Antonio.
Name.
I legitimately thought I heard Anthony. I'm sorry.
It's pronounced Antonio.
But yeah, Antonio. He actually used to work on the ship with the drow chick and got fired. But he found out there's actually another ship leaving tonight for the north with a captain who's probably not as shitty, and helped us possibly get a ride up north, and as a thank you for finding us a ride for the last second, that's not with a heinous bitch, I'm gonna try to get him a job.
Okay. So
I need you to message the others and tell us to meet us at, like, dock 2 to 3, because it's all the way down there. And it leaves tonight.
Alright.
And she'll like go to jog past him, and then she'll stop and she'll kind of like look at, pause next to him and go, I'm sorry for running off again.
Look, I understand getting frustrated and stuff that happens. I'm sure plenty of people have done it here. I have done it. It is...
I was just worried if I stayed, I might have actually attacked him, and I didn't want to.
It's fine.
And I didn't think to tell you guys first.
Yeah, that's what I have an issue with. I don't care if you need to take a break away from people. Hell, there are times I need to take a break from everyone here. You guys are very loud most of the time, and I, frankly, have not had time to study today, and I've been really looking to study, But things kept happening.
No, that's fair. So, can you message the others? I'm gonna run down to the ship and see what I can do.
We're not done here.
We kind of need to be done here. You can yell at me on the boat after I ensure we get a ride?
It is at tonight, and it's about midday, so we have time.
I want to make sure that
You're talking to a person who literally can calculate time within his brain constantly.
Yeah, but, I caused us to lose one chip, and now I'm trying to make sure we get another chip without having to do everything the last second.
Okay, well, it's not going to be done in the last second, because, again...
So are you just gonna come with me?
If it gets you to listen to what I'm saying, yes.
Okay, walk and talk?
It's fine.
And Dinah will, usher him to follow her so they can head down to where the coral breaker was.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, as you guys are walking and starting to have your talk, Rogar, you have arrived down near the dock area. Okay. And, yeah, and...
Did you just say poggers?
Sure he did.
What does that even mean?
I literally explained this to you before.
You have?
Oh, just never mind. I give up.
I have the memory of a goldfish at times, guys.
Yes, you can remember everything.
Mood.
Okay,
Big
that's
mood.
different.
Well, she's got a bigger bag for when I get in trouble. It's just remembering poggers.
Those things are different. It's just short-term memory is no, and then long-term memory is just yes.
Pretty much. It's I will remember everything you've ever done wrong, and I will remember every useless piece of information I have ever studied. But if you tell me something that's insignificant and I don't care about, I'm probably gonna forget.
I couldn't tell you what happened 5 minutes ago.
You know, I feel that on a spiritual level.
We had met Antonio.
Antonio!
Yes. Antonio!
No,
So-
I'm pretty sure his name is Anthony.
All right.
I legitimately, my brain heard Anthony, and I don't
Wow.
know why.
Well,
It's the most
Right now.
American thing. Antonio. Okay, Anthony.
okay, so right now, Rogar, you've arrived at the docks area, and you see there are makeshift shops, almost stands, or think of it like the little kiosks in the mall. I mean, they're things like that, stationed carts and things everywhere. There's also big warehouses that have stuff coming off of ships, going into them, stuff coming out of them and going to other ships, as well as what looks like at the openings of a bunch of these warehouses, a table or some kind of bar or counter, I should say, that you'd see for a shop, and someone who's actually kind of running business out of there as if they're actually selling stuff out of there as well. So you have quite a bit of storefronts to explore.
Great. It's up to 1 hour.
Mm-hmm. And you currently find yourself. You're near the first pier, or I didn't want to say Pier 1, but yeah, you're near Pier 1.
I love Pier 1. It's my
Yes.
favorite shop to go back in Northcutt.
You just picked up a random accent with the middle of that sentence, and it confused the shit out of me. Because you sounded British for half a second.
That's a Northcutt accent. British.
We're British.
That's the thing.
Yeah, no, that's Southcutt. Fuck them.
No, Southcutt's more Cockney.
Dear God.
Please have some more, sir.
Yeah.
Roto.
God, I don't want to waste time. I mean, I have all damn day, to my knowledge.
Well, we
Sure do.
Jeff may bump into you. I'm going to be on the way.
I mean, if y'all just want to wander aimlessly while I handle the captain.
Oh.
You handled the captain last time, and we lost.
Okay,
the ship.
that was on purpose. That was planned.
Good. What I will do, which I will regret, I will expend a 3rd level spell slot hopefully I don't get attacked anytime soon, to cast Locate Object.
Okay.
I will locate... I feel like that item's too precise, so I'm gonna go, since I've seen what the glass looks like, I'm gonna go for like the tempered glass.
Okay. Alright,
something close to it.
So...
Yeah. Ping, ping, ping. Oh, shit.
You do get pings all over the place from ships as well. But you also do get a bunch of pinging in the direction of one of the warehouses. It's like there's a ton of pinging from there. I mean, it's like you're going, hey, there's objects all over there. You're like, you know.
Yeah. I will head there first. I will still concentrate on the spell, just in case it's not the place I want.
Okay. You head over there. You get there. It's down a little ways, not quite to pier number 2 yet, but a little ways down. You get there and, you know, you see someone working at the counter area. There are crates and stuff going in and out of this warehouse. And they are addressing a customer that's with them. And they finish up there and they turn to you and say, yes, what can I do for you, sir?
This might be an odd request, but I'm looking for... tempered glass that you would probably use in, like, alchemy fire. I think that's what we said earlier.
Well, we do have quite a bit of different tempered glass things here. I mean, most of it is for the portholes on sailing vessels. You know, that's the majority of it, but... You said something for, like, the alchemy?
Yeah,
something
like, it's just like in a bottle shape.
Oh, like bottle shapes.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment. Let me see what I can find. And pulls out some paperwork from under the desk, kind of rifling through it, looking through, pulls some more, looks through, and I need you to roll a percentile.
Okay, let's do this, you guys. As I think where Tailspire is. Bam.
And what do we get? 63. Okay. Alright, so roll a 1d6.
Bam. I said. Oh.
All right. Okay. He manages to say, "Okay. Looks like I've got some here. Let me just go in and bring it up." And he runs all the way back. Comes back a little while later. He's got a cart, and there are 3 small boxes on it. And as he pulls the cart up, he takes one of the boxes, sets it up there on the counter, another one. Then he opens one of these boxes, and in there you can see 6 jars. They're not the same shape as the ones specifically for the anti-personnel alchemy grenades. They're more like mason jar type shape.
Okay.
But there's 6 in this one. He opens another one. There are 4 that look more like kind of like a miniaturized wine bottle. And then he opens the last one, and in that one there are 6 that actually look like the alchemical, like the same shape as the ones you had that Zeroth and you bought.
I'll I'll take all of it.
Okay. He closes the crates. He pulls out some paper. Begins. Looks like he's doing some calculations as he's writing down. And he goes. Okay. Right. So per box. For this one, he points to ones with the wine bottle, kind of mini wine bottle ones. Says, this one will actually be 200 gold for this box. For this box, with the 6 mason jar shaped ones in there, that one is 150, and these 6 here are 100.
Okay.
So 550 in total?
250 plus 200, yep. 450.
450. I can't math.
Alright. Rogar will take out 450 gold.
Alright, so you now have 16 of these tempered glass jars of different sizes. 3 different sizes. Overall, what you would be able to tell is that the mason jar ones seem like they've gotten more interior space than the actual, hand grenade type shape ones. The wine bottle ones actually have even more. They're a little taller than the mason jar shape. So you figure you could, if you were able, you and Zeroth, or just Zeroth, whoever, were able to craft these into what you wanted, you could probably, the ones that you could fit more in could do a little bit better.
By any chance, flint and steel is easy to come by. I didn't really know what that the oil that was in there was just regular oil. It wasn't like any magical.
As far as y'all could tell from Eurydice's investigation of it, it seemed like some kind of just mineral oil of some kind. You're not sure exactly what kind because you didn't actually pop the top of the stopper and break the wax seal to, look at it and feel it or even taste it or whatever. You didn't do any experimenting on that. It was all by visual. So the best you could tell is it was like a clear mineral oil.
Yeah, Rogar would not have tasted it to begin with. Do you happen to know of any places that might sell like a mineral oil? If
probably
it's okay.
Probably farther down. If you head farther down, I'm sure there's got to be something. I don't think there's anything back the way you came. Mostly the warehouses down on that side, they deal with furniture and building supplies and that kind of stuff. So you're probably not going to get mineral oil that way. So I'd go down further down.
Okay. Rogar will actually probably head back towards like where Nightmare is to gather his stuff, because he's like, I am running low on money. Okay,
so you're heading back. Zeroth, you're eventually making your way towards the docks.
Yes.
Diana and Jacob, you're walking along the docks. The very long walk between each of the piers, making your way
Diana
from 12.
I love how it turned from a walk and talk to a jog and talk.
Yeah.
Or, fast walking, at least.
But even so, it's still quite a distance on foot, making your way from Pier 12 all the way down to either 3 or 4. You're not exactly sure.
You said 3 or 2.
Or 2 or 3, yes, you're right. So, you guys are walking and talking.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure if I talk to the captain, I'll be able to explain to him enough to get us a ride up to the north, even though it is last second. And I should be able to at least get him a job as a hand. Just a basic crewmate hand. I mean, I did just tell him that I would try, no guarantees. So if I can't do it, it's not too bad. But I don't know. Do you think I'd be able to persuade the captain into giving somebody a job?
I honestly don't know, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Currently.
Right. You're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you.
You're scolding me.
I'm also not scolding you. I have a dog next to me. Oh goodness. Hello, good boy.
I can. Is that you or his tail?
That's his tail. Oh no. Oh goodness. He's not spinning. No! No! He's trying to climb up.
What is going on up there?
I hear his tail just
he's getting attacked by a dog apparently.
Well, hello, Cooper. Were you in need of love?
So I just what? There's a lot that's going on.
So what do you want to start with first?
For one, you were gone for a bit.
Yeah. I was thinking.
And attacked me?
Oh, you mean when I was fucked? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, about that. I could not tell the difference between who was who and who was a friend, aside from Eurydice, because she was holding me. It took her and Zeroth all morning to finally coax me down enough to shift back. It wasn't I was mad at you. I was just... I didn't feel safe and I didn't know who I could trust at the time because I couldn't really recognize any of you.
Well, that's disheartening to think that you wouldn't be able to recognize your partner. But hey,
in my defense, my brain immediately went to, oh crap, I'm captured again. I was drunk, and then I got silenced, which triggered a lot of memories I didn't want to remember while drunk.
Yes, I am aware of what happened. I was there.
So, drunk me not and bear in mind, I had an entire barrel of alcohol.
I am aware, I was there.
So, drunk me not being able to discern who is who, you can't really fault me.
I can fault you for staying that way, though.
I was trying to calm down without actually attacking anyone. I can't yell at people, and I can't do a lot of damage if I can't use my magic and I can't speak.
Okay. You got mad earlier about not being able to join us or wait for us to go. Well, frankly...
Yeah, like I said, I did a lot of thinking, and I know I acted out without thinking through why I was acting out aside from raw emotion.
Right. But it comes down to you were upset at the fact that we didn't realistically wait on you, but there was no telling when or when not you were going to come out.
I know, hence why I'm not sitting here going, oh, woe is me, you should pity me. I'm sitting here going, I know I fucked up.
Yes.
I get that. I'm trying to fix it.
Okay.
Although me fixing things I fuck up has never been my strong suit, but I digress.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Maybe don't worry too much about fixing everything all the time.
Currently, my entire life is kind of like, if I don't, worse things happen.
Well, currently, if you don't fix the deal that you made, you die. So yes, I would agree with you that currently, that's the only one that I'm like, okay, this is the thing you should fix.
I'm working on it.
Else, not really important.
I'm trying.
Now, I would have been more upset at the fact of the ship, but I also understand, and yes, I agree. I don't think anyone else, if you had come back and said, hey, I was charmed, I probably would have gone there and said, hey, give me my shit, and we're leaving. So I get it. We're very fortunate that there is another ship.
To be fair, the guy I saw actually worked on the first ship, but I kind of paid him to make sure nobody disturbed me and Eurydice when we were with the captain, and kind of got in his good graces. So I guess when he saw me on the dock, karma?
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to be nice.
Yeah,
something like
and
that.
Yet all of you made fun of me for it.
I never made fun of you for it.
Most of you made fun of me for it.
You're speaking as of a collective.
Yeah, the
That's
collective of the other, 3.
Well, all I can say about, everything is the honk.
Can you hear him yonking? Is my mic picking it up?
Can barely.
I don't know. I hear it.
Anyway, but no, and Diana will just kind of sort of nod and sort of shrug at the same time. She's like, in 3 or so months, I am going to be in a place that I have not been since I was a child. I don't know how you handled going back to the capital so easily. I really don't.
Oh, I didn't.
The only problem I'm concerned about is, and this sounds shitty, when we went back to the capital, you found your sisters and had someone to latch onto there. I'm going into a place where I'm hated.
Go. By all means, I went into a place where I'm wanted.
Yeah, so I'm handling it as best as I can. I'm not as logical as you. Everything I do is kind of based on instinct. So, I'm not... Yeah, you're the thinker, I'm not.
Okay. The only thing that I can say is...
And I don't like thinking. Thinking as of late has caused overthinking, and overthinking has caused issues. I don't know why you think
You're
so
talking
much.
fast. Calm down. Not in the sense of calm down, as in, oh, you're going crazy, kind of.
No, I get it.
Slow down speaking. It just comes down to different experiences lead to different things.
My entire life has been partying and dancing and drinking and singing.
Yes, and mine has been very different from that.
Yeah, I don't like thinking. I don't know why you do it so much.
Because, well, frankly, I broke the mind that originally thought a lot. So now it just thinks. Look at the little honky boy.
Oh, yonker.
But, I will say, you do owe, as much as you don't believe you do owe Rogar and Eurydice both an apology.
I know, I'm gonna do that when I get back. I needed to cool down.
No, and I understand, but I'm not talking about that outburst. You do still owe them an apology.
Okay, Rogar, I know I owe him an apology for the outburst thing. What do I owe Eurydice an apology for? Because if you're talking about the demon, she and I have already discussed that and we're fine.
That's fine, but you also were gone for a bit and kind of forced a lot of extra responsibility onto her. I'm not saying it's a bad thing as a friend to do that, and I'm sure she was more than willing.
Which responsible? When I turned into a fox?
Yes, when you were literally needing to be taken care of by someone else.
All I was doing was hiding in her clothes.
Yes. And it was concerning for everyone, because you attacked everyone but her. So there's a slight bit of responsibility behind that.
This is where my pride's gonna pop up for a little bit. Had I not been silenced in the first place.
Had I not been blind in the first place, we probably would never have this problem. But here we are. You cannot blame actions from the outside on how you react to things.
Oh, I called again. That is my entire dynamic, is blaming everything else but myself. You should know this by now.
Yes.
Do I still take responsibility quietly? Yes. Am I going to admit when I'm wrong? No.
There's both a problem in its own right. But that is a thing that you will either have to learn or grow out of. And
yeah, I'm trying to right now, seeing as in possibly 4 months I'm about to be a queen. Because, that's not stressful.
There's only so many stressful
going
things.
to war with my own country, having to murder my only living blood relative.
I mean, we kind of caused the war, but, it happens.
Wait, what? Diana hadn't been told this yet.
No, I know.
What do you mean we started a war?
So, things.
No. You don't get to sit here and go, well, this and that. Oh, what do you mean we started a war?
We may have reignited some fire in a lot of people. Not really necessarily start the war. The war has been constantly going on. But, let's just say the North and the South are not very kind of each other currently and are willing to push borders for it.
Why?
So you know how we were in the capital city of one of those places?
Uh-huh.
And how that capital city went on fire?
No? And, she clearly does remember, but she just doesn't want to. I have no idea what you're talking about. Not at all.
So... well, I mean, it was kind of there was a few more things.
Why are they blaming the North Cut for that?
Scapegoat.
Let's just say, that's fairly true. It could be a multitude of things. High on the list is it's very easy to blame the person above you that you're already fighting.
I guess that's fair.
Could also be. He's just very quietly.
Jacob, give me a history check.
History check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're just yonking away.
That is a 23.
Okay, yeah, you have heard enough about what has currently been going on over the past few years with North Cut and South Cut, and how when it went from a hot war to kind of a tentative peace.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard enough information from there to know that it was more like a Cold War. There was still things happening, and you're positive that it was basically it was a tinderbox waiting for a spark.
Yep.
So we started a war.
Like I said,
that's
just
wonderful.
reignited the fight. It's not really starting the war. The war never realistically ended.
Yeah, I get that, but it's still the point of the fact that, we did another problem. Another one.
Well, that's not a problem anyone but me and Roga have to worry about, so...
So... Okay, I definitely agree with apologizing to Rogar. I will talk to Eurydice. It's probably not going to sound like an apology to you, but she will understand what I mean.
That's fine. I'm not expecting to understand how the two of you speak to each other.
We handled the entire dynamic with, getting the contracts and the captain and everything without even actually speaking a word to each other on how to do things. It was wonderful.
that's interesting. Well, yeah, either way, apologies and just, I guess, advice for the future.
How long has it been since they had arrived in Panam?
In Panam?
Yeah.
Since you arrived, geez. Now I have to think back to how many days you were actually in Panam.
I think we were there for like a week.
Yeah, so it's probably been about 2 weeks total.
Okay.
No, I think we were there.
If you were there for a week, because you traveled from there to here, and that took you 6 days. And you slept the night, so it's basically 7 days. So if you were there for a week...
I could have swore it was like a week because of how much we had to keep like putting shit off because X amount of people were missing.
No, it's because, we got there in the middle of the night. Me and Zara got in there in the morning. Paid 50 gold, got in there, found the sisters, did some stuff. Brought them
So that's one day.
Brought them back out, did the demon thing, let them meet Jacob, brought them back in, and then...
The next day was the tournament.
And then...
Day agreement stuff, and then the next day was the date that you two had.
No, we did that at the same time while you guys were at the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
And then the day after was, I believe, the send-out day.
So yeah, 3 days.
That was the day that we contacted Lee, I believe.
And then we had stayed the night, and then we did... Yeah, and then we stayed the night, and then the day after. So, yeah, we were there for about like 4 or 5 days. Because, the day after, we didn't leave until after we had talked to Lee and them.
Yes,
because you and I had also done the grandma thing.
we talked to Lee in the morning, and then after that, we had to go.
Yep.
Either way. So are we just gonna chalk it up to like 10, 11 days?
Sure. I'll figure out the specifics of it out of game and the exact number of days. But for now, we'll just call it that. 10 or 11.
Okay. But no, Diana's also gonna stop and turn, and she gets like this really like worried but serious look on her face for a moment. She's like, I have to ask you, like, legitimately, like, I can't even guess what your answer might be on this.
Okay.
You do realize when I become a queen, what that's gonna make you, right?
I mean, that would just make me the advisor, right?
I was more thinking higher than that.
What's higher than the advisor? The Grand Vizier? Like, I don't know. How does that work?
Jacob. You and I are together, yes?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
That kind of makes you
Oh, fuck.
a king?
No, it wouldn't make
If
it
we marry?
Yeah. Jacob would technically have to be royalty already to be able to become a king. He would be a queen's consort. I found out very long through stupid measures.
Yeah, Diana would point blank say he is your king now.
Surprise, it's the same thing as a king.
But yeah, so Diana's like, actually, I would, the ding that just went in your head, you realize you were a very big part of this whole learning how to run a kingdom and how to handle things and becoming royalty. You're part of that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, are you okay with that?
I never really thought about it. Currently, there have been other things occupying the brain, such as how to get Jeremiah back, what the fuck we're doing with these tablets, and what
sadly,
they mean.
this is a bit closer in, like, when this is gonna happen, so...
I'm aware.
are you? Do you feel confident enough to be a king? Because I sure as shit don't know how to be a queen.
Oh god. Not that question, no. I thought I answered that interview question at Costco. Oh no.
Because we've established I'm not good at thinking first.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep in mind what like Great Bear told me and what Oak has told me and what I've talked to various other entities.
Entities? I'm sorry, what?
I don't know what to explain her as. Like, she hasn't talked to me, but she's talked to me. It's complicated. Anyway.
Okay.
So... Yeah, essentially, you're gonna be king. Good luck with that.
Okay.
I think if... I mean, do you want to marry me? Is that a thing? Is that how that works? Do we have to get married for that to work?
I mean, I assume
pretty sure that's how it works.
That's how that works?
So are we engaged?
No.
I mean, would you want to marry me?
Is this how you're engaging? What is going on?
I don't know, I'm kind of just spitballing here.
That's how you're engaging.
I don't know how else to bring this up.
This is how you're proposing to me?
I mean, do you not want to marry me?
That's not... what? What?
We've been together for like 2 weeks.
We've also been together for like 2 years.
Yes, but, like, at this point, it's like a Disney movie, you know?
Because I not gonna lie, I kinda need to know for when I have a crown on my head.
I mean...
The silence is it's not helping my anxiety.
Just, I'm thinking...
I move quick.
But do you think... Sure.
I mean, the answer isn't no, but... Like, what? This is very fast.
I mean, we've been traveling together and we've had this weird unspoken thing.
Yes, I understand that, but we're talking, like, it has been 2 weeks.
And I'm about to become a queen in 3 months.
I mean, I get your point, but, like, you couldn't have waited till the 3 months?
Oh yeah, how much better would it be to be like, hey, by the way, I almost died, I'm a queen now, you want to be king? You really think breaking that on you very last second would be a better idea?
I mean, I could at least just go with the flow. Now I have to think about it.
Yeah, but at least now you have time to think.
God, no, that's not what I want. Currently.
I figured it would be better to ask you now so you can think it over, so that way I can prepare for both cases of this scenario.
Okay.
Because I would rather not stand there after murdering my mother, having a crown on my head, and just being announced queen in front of an entire kingdom going, by the way, are you gonna marry me now? I figured that would be a very bad plan.
Well, I wasn't saying then. I'm saying, like, when we're traveling there. There are plenty of times.
Yeah, well, now you can take the time to think while going.
Okay.
And as
it's
you
more
say
so
that,
I just need
hold
to
on.
know if I'm gonna have a king, or if I'm running this bitch on my damn self.
Hold on now. As Jacob, you say, you know, okay, and sitting there. You guys have been walking this whole time, and kind of scanning around to find your bearings. And you had finally stopped when this whole kind of impromptu marriage proposal discussion came up. And
proposal.
Yes. And as Jacob says, okay, or oh, whatever the last word you had said was, you kind of look up over to your right, Jacob, and Diana to your left, just kind of taking a moment to think for a second. You look, and you are on one of the docks, and there is a very, very large ship next to you that has clearly painted on the back of it Coral Breaker. And as you look upon this large man-of-war ship with guns bristling from all angles, and a very kind of bright pink coloration with hints of orange and red in it on the bow of the ship.
Diana's just gonna look at it and go, "Hey, we found it, and it definitely fits its name."
And that is where we will end for tonight. So, I hope any of you who stuck with us for this long, again, just like our last game, we went over time a little bit, not quite as long as we did last time, but thank you for sticking with us. I hope you had fun. I hope my players had fun tonight. I know I had fun tonight, and I hope to see you tomorrow for some Tailspire Collaborative build streaming happening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and probably doing some other streaming, and who knows, I may even, once I start getting into Cyberpunk here in like half an hour, whenever it allows me to actually hit the play button, who knows, maybe I'll start streaming that for a few hours. Since I'm on vacation, I don't really need to sleep, I just need coffee. So maybe I'll do that for a little bit.
Need sleep, yo.
Yes. Not if I have video game. Damn it.
I was.
But oh yeah, I don't blame you. But that's it for tonight. So we'll see you next time, folks. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Adios.